Full exposure warning. This show contains graphic images of Jordan's failures, constant critique of Jordan's game and legacy, graphic images of Zesty Jeffrey lies being exposed. This show may be offensive to Michael Jordan fans and Zesty Jeffries alike. Content is restricted to true basketball fans only. Tonight's program is rated R. Parental discretion is advised.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we attack the GOAT debate head on, where we challenge all Michael Jordan fans and all LeBron detractors to who is the GOAT of basketball. You can catch us every Sunday noon Eastern Time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani. Also, we go live Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you catch special shows and content as a GOAT James Kingdom follower and subscriber. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, where you can get exclusive content.
Phenomenal. I'm going to sit up here today, although he annoyed the living hell out of me last week with, with all of that nonsense he was talking. In the end, the greatness that he has put on display, for as long as he has put on display, I'll even go a step further. Knowing how I feel about Jordan, and I think anybody that knows basketball agrees with me, I actually think it's time to not even have the debate anymore. Because that's how great LeBron James has been for as long as he has been that great. I can stand down and acknowledge that because this is absolutely phenomenal. But it's not the 50,000 points. It's not even the way he's looked last night. It's not even the way he's looked this month. It's the fact that I'm watching this brother with Anthony Davis, without Anthony Davis, with Luka, without Luka. I mean, this dude right here, and I'm looking at a guy at 40 years of age who's in better shape than 98% of the league, if not more. At age 40 in his 22nd season, LeBron James, especially on a morning like this, deserves all the props in the world, and I'm going to give it to him.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom. Welcome. I am Ajani the Exposer, and y'all have now been exposed by the Exposer. I appreciate it. And enjoy. I am called Ajani the Exposer. You guys are being exposed today.
Your opinion, I guess.
Move on from it. It was the 90s. That's it, bro. Move on from that. You don't know history. You don't know basketball. You just told me I'm stupid. But look how stupid you look because you don't know basketball. You don't know history. You don't know jamming. You don't know schematics. You don't know coaching. You don't know scouting. You don't know drafting. You don't know nothing but that Michael Jordan's great because the media said you that, so told you to say that. I know that is recorded, and you are officially being exposed by the Exposer, and you're going to sit there like a man and take this just like Buddy did 2 weeks ago.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Hey, get your numbers out. I had to get my numbers out.
Here's Ajani. Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to another Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. I'm your host, Ajani the Exposer, one half and co-founder of the GOAT James Kingdom channel and platform. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership as we're doing bigger and greater things here in GOAT James Kingdom. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on another beautiful Friday night. where I show up live right here on our YouTube channel. Also, we're going live on IG, so shout out to everybody who's watching us on Instagram. We're also live on our Facebook group. Shout out to the Facebook group fellas and everybody over there having fun on Facebook. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ajani. I'm here to have a great Friday night with you to talk the game of basketball, because basketball is revving up. And we have gotten so much great things going on the LeBron James fan campsite that the Zesty Jeffries are asking for a truce. They are really scrambling and struggling right now to keep up with the Lakers' success. And due to that, we got the Jordan media fan base basically saying they're tired of the GOAT debate. You just heard Stephen A. Smith state how from here on out he's not even going to try to argue the GOAT debate no more. He's not going to argue with anybody who has LeBron James as the GOAT. He even said it, LeBron's the GOAT. Like we have to acknowledge LeBron James' greatness, which has been a topic right now for the past week and a half due to LeBron James stating last week that he wasn't even trying to be the face of the league and why no one wants to be the face of the league, right? But we all know Stephen A. Smith is the leader of the Zesty Jeffries. Let's just keep it real. So when you come into the comment section asking me some silly questions about this right here, I didn't say he was anything about the media fan base. I said the Jordan media fan base. He is the leader. He is the head honcho. He gets paid the most money. The one guy that likes to hold everybody accountable because of the amount of money that they make, we're going to hold Stephen A. Smith accountable. And if we let Blue Boat tell us, the Lord of GOAT James Kingdom, it's Stephen's sunken place. Stephen A.'s sunken place. But he gets paid the most. He's on the, like he says, the #1 morning show in sports for the past 10, 12 years, right? So yeah, we're talking about Stephen A. Smith and how he's the leader of the Zesty Jeffries, right? And he's copping out now. He's upset. He's saying, hey, listen, I'm tired of you guys coming at me, calling me a hater. I want to talk the game. I just think Michael Jordan's greater than LeBron. Don't mean I'm hating on LeBron. Kai Cenat even went on First Take, and the first thing he told Stephen A. Smith within seconds was, bro, you be hating on LeBron James. So now they have to do something. They have to do something. Because it's not looking good for them. They're basically saying, no more argument. They're in their own world now. I go listen to those to some of these Michael Jordan fan pages, channels. They don't have nothing to talk about. Lamont went live last night. Shout out to Lamont. Again, we are also going live on FYF Sports Debate. He was explaining to it how these dudes they don't have nothing to talk about. They can't talk the game of basketball. They can't talk it. And now that the Lakers are looking good and they can't prod nothing, they don't have nothing to stand on. They don't even want to step on the Stephen Curry Golden State Warrior phenom train right now because they don't know how that's going to work. So they're scrambling. They need some time. So they're asking for a truce. They're asking for a truce. No, we don't want no truce. Ain't no truce here. We just getting started with you, Zesty Jeffries. We just getting started with you. Matter of fact, let me give a shout out to some of y'all that's in the comments because, you know, I got some GOAT James Kingdom members in the building. Shout out to you, Asante. Peace and blessings. Thank you for joining me. All right. My boy Zero's in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? You know Twin Man's got to be around here. Twin Man's in the building. Shout out to Twin Man. What's good, Christopher? Thank you for joining us. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. Oh, the Zesties. That's right. Shout out to Mar, who has been watching basketball with us here on GOAT James Kingdom as we have been officially set up with playback. So if you guys actually like watching basketball and you have the league pass, you need to come join us on Playback TV. GOAT James Kingdom is going to be doing bigger and greater things. And again, especially for our members, you guys look out to tomorrow's night's game. We're going to be doing a special lobby to watch the Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers, right? But go ahead and join us on Playback as well, because when you join us back in Playback, we'll be able to sit here and watch the games and break the games down. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are also going to be on Playback, so y'all make sure to check that out. Again, it's called playback.tv/GOAT James Kingdom. So again, that is playback.tv/GOAT GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we not only talk the game of basketball, we actually watch it. And by becoming a member of GOAT James Kingdom, you'll have access to watch the games with us right here on Playback TV/GOAT James Kingdom. All GOAT James Kingdom members will have access to watch the games with us, especially when the Los Angeles Lakers face anyone in the NBA. Also, we'll be going live with other games and other streams regarding the basketball. If you like the content here in GOAT James Kingdom, please hit that like button, comment, become a subscriber to the channel, and also don't forget to become a member of GOAT James Kingdom.
Indeed. Shout out to all of y'all again. I see y'all in the comments, man. Thank you for supporting me. What up, Thomas? Indeed, it is GOAT James Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ajani the Exposer. We are not FYF, but shout out to Lamont FYF. All right? Last night's stream, all of a sudden, 2 minutes into the stream, y'all out here talking about what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. But I guarantee you when I put this link up, none of y'all gonna want the smoke. None of y'all gonna want the smoke. But back to tonight's program, ladies and gentlemen, as we are discussing the Zesty Jeffries basically waving a white flag because their leaders out here talking reckless about LeBron James, and now he even got checked. We all know he's been the hot topic all today because LeBron James checked Stephen A. Smith yesterday at the game about talking about Bronny recklessly. And like he said, he talked to Stephen A. Smith as a parent and as a father, like, bruh, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. All right? That's what LeBron James is supposed to do. See, I know you Zesty Jeffries know nothing of this because you guys are deadbeat fathers. We understand that you have no kind of understanding of what a father does for their children. We all understand this. As Zesty Jeffries, y'all don't pay y'all child support. We know this about you, gentlemen. You guys are deadbeat fathers, so you don't understand what it takes to be a real man and be a father. That's not a part of your character, right? So Stephen A. Smith got checked for that. But he's been checked recently because people, are pointing at him. And obviously, we all know the other guys over there at TNT, which we're going to discuss very shortly here, right? But let's go ahead, though. Let's go ahead and continue to play what basically Stephen A. Smith was trying to discuss, which was basically why LeBron James should be the GOAT of basketball.
LeBron James is the GOAT. I don't think LeBron's best eclipses Michael Jordan's best.
I need you to define what you're saying by that.
Yeah. I don't understand that. I don't think LeBron's best is as good as Jordan's best. What is this peak nonsense that you guys want to use? So you guys want to shorten Jordan's career even more? You want to shorten the career that's already less, that already doesn't have enough, to make it even lesser? How does that help Jordan if we start talking peaks? You done entered the whole conversation with a lot of other players now when we're just talking about if you were only good for 2 or 3 years. Because that's what a peak is. A peak is not like a prime. You say at their best, at their elite. So we got to find a 1 or 2 year seasons of basketball to say this guy was at his absolute best. So you're limiting this whole conversation to a player's 1 or 2 best years in their careers. Which is basically, you can add Gilbert Arenas to the conversation if we're doing that. If we're just taking somebody's 2 to 3 best years. And that's just being friendly. But obviously, GOAT James Kingdom, we've been broke that down. But let me stop here. Shout out to Monica McNutt, boy. Monica McNutt, fine self.
LeBron, in other words, what Wendy said, nobody has been this good for this long.
Exactly.
And I'm saying to you, because that's the reality, I feel the way that I feel that Jordan at his best is the greatest that I've ever seen. But Jordan wasn't that good for that long. Not this period. This is 22 years. LeBron James wins Player of the Month in 2005, and 20 years later, he wins Player of the Month.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Is this Stephen A. Smith, the Zesty Jeffrey leader of their coalition, out here giving praises to Player of the Month? Not him using the Player of the Month for an argument. Not saying, oh my God, this guy's winning Player of the Month at 40 in year 22. Not him using Player of the Month. No, not Stephen A. Oh, I'm telling you, they're waving the white flag, ladies and gentlemen. They're waving the white flag.
I mean, the brother's averaging 29, 10, and 7. I mean, they shoot 40-something% from the field, from three-point range, rather. 55% from the field. He's been absolutely phenomenal.
He's been absolutely phenomenal. This is incredible. Yo, this is incredible. This dude, Stephen A. Smith, is out here just being reckless on the mic. I know Zesty Jeffries are going crazy right now. Shout out to Darnell. Again, the greatest player ever is better than the best player ever. Look up both definitions. At the end of the day, LeBron James, even if he wants to separate it to say LeBron James is the GOAT of longevity and Jordan's the GOAT of peak, LeBron James's longevity is better than Jordan's peak. That's the point. At the end of the day, LeBron James is better. This is what, see, I would have more respect for Zesty Jeffries or Michael Jordan fans, or for those who have Jordan as the GOAT, if they just said, listen, man, Mike's just the GOAT. I don't need nothing to make him the GOAT. He's the GOAT because of how I grew up in my lifestyle, and I just can't change it. Just say that. But instead of that, they try to use basketball terminology or create basketball terminologies because, again, Jordan's career is not enough. They have to create things for him. And they can't keep creating stuff for Jordan. They're scrambling. It's too much. LeBron James, as a fan base, we have too much. Every day, LeBron James is doing something that we've never seen before. Every time LeBron James steps on the basketball court since he was 15 years old, this kid has been basically setting people's eyeballs on fire. People have never seen anything like LeBron James ever at any stage of his life or his career playing basketball. We've never seen it. He's been better than Michael Jordan at Michael Jordan's best. I don't care. I would love for you guys to tell me when Michael Jordan's peak is so we can discuss this. Because I would love to know when is Michael Jordan's the greatest of the greatest. What year is this? What season is this? What span are we going to use Michael Jordan as the greatest of the greatest? Please, I would love this. I would love to hear this. Then I'm just going to compare it to Gilbert Arenas. But they going crazy. They can't handle themselves anymore. They're waving the white flag. The guy went to using player of the month. He said the player of the month. He said LeBron won player of the month. I thought only GOAT James Kingdom brought up player of the month award, which is an actual award, ladies and gentlemen. LeBron has the most in NBA history, and not by a little bit, by far. Y'all don't get this, man. Yeah, this is what it's all about, man. This is what I started content creation for the GOAT debate. Particular, just for the GOAT debate, because I've always told you guys that the GOAT debate is basketball talk. There is no basketball talk in any discourse, in any basketball discourse, that is not predicated on holding the GOAT debate. It is made to either do one or two things: to praise Michael Jordan in the 90s or discredit LeBron James in today's NBA that LeBron James plays in. That is the object of every basketball discourse, no matter what they discuss. And it's gotten so bad. It's gotten so bad that even Charles Barkley is out here cussing out all of y'all for the same things that I'm saying, because all you guys want to do is have the GOAT debate.
Credit to be handed out here.
Yes. But don't say basketball's only watching now. First of all, between that and this lame-ass LeBron-Michael Jordan debate, which is lame. I've said for years, the only people talk about LeBron and Michael is people on television who got no talent to talk about anything else. I've been saying that for years. I ain't hanging on to the 90s. I've always said LeBron's great, Michael's great. But y'all talk about it all the time and then got LeBron out there posing, talking about he all mad about being the face of the league. But it makes me mad. The Oklahoma City and the Cleveland Cavaliers are the two best stories in the NBA this year. Congratulations to the Lakers and the Warriors. They've had 2 good weeks. The Cavs and OKC have had
2 good weeks? Charles Barkley, you get paid for this. The Lakers have not just had 2 good weeks. The Warriors haven't just had 2 good weeks. We're already in March. The NBA trade deadline was in the beginning of February. What is he talking about? what is Charles Barkley talking about? Why is he upset? He's upset because now, not only does he have to talk to Lakers, which at one point he just said he didn't want to talk about them because they were no good, but now that they are good, he has to talk about them and somehow figure out a way to talk about them in a good light. He don't want to do that. He's like, y'all putting me in this GOAT debate. I don't want to be in it. I'm tired of it. I don't care who y'all think is the better player. I don't care about the 90s. I don't care about this. This is horrible. And then on top of that, he wanted to double down and say we should be talking about OKC and Cleveland. Well, you tell us about OKC and Cleveland, sir. That's what you get paid these millions of dollars for. That's why you're on television for. That's why we're here watching you, supposedly, to tell us about the game. Explain to us why OKC is so great that we should all be paying attention to OKC. That the Cleveland Cavaliers on a 12-game winning streak, which is a phenomenal winning streak and obviously a phenomenal team. Both teams are. But explain it to us. What is that? What is the things that Cleveland do for them to be so dominant for us to pay attention to them? You don't do a good job at it. That's your problem right there. So instead of ripping and ranting about us, who are basically the fan base that you claim don't watch the game, but like you said, that's also nonsense. But at the end of the day, what are you doing? When we sum this all up, what are you doing? How much of the game are you breaking down to us? Why are you not talking about OKC Thunder? Why are you not talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers? Why are you upset you got to talk about the Lakers, who is the hottest team in the NBA right now? Right behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. Why can't we talk about that? And LeBron James is still the face of the league. Not because he wants to be the face. It's because he is the most marketable guy. Him and Stephen Curry have been the face of the NBA for the last 10 years. Let's just be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the guys that we see on all commercials, on all advertising. That's how you become the face of the league, when corporate America accepts you and wants to give you money to put your face on their product. Because you're an NBA player, that makes you the face of the NBA. And the NBA promotes you as their face because you are the most marketable player. Who sells the most jersey? LeBron, Stephen Curry. Who sells the most tickets? Who has the highest rated games? Warriors, Lakers. It's very simple. And it's because obviously the Lakers and the Warriors not only have Stephen Curry and LeBron on it, but obviously they have a large Asian fan base. And we all know Asian has well over 1 billion people. Well over 1 billion people. They basically got 1/3 of the world just in Asia in population. So they have enough people who are big-time Stephen Curry fans, who are big-time Warrior fans, because that's the West Coast. Talk about the West Coast. It's still a parade on Crenshaw. But let's let Charles Barkley continue his little silly rant about why he don't want to talk about the GOAT debate no more, because y'all done made everything about the GOAT debate.
It has 6 great months.
Okay. Tell us how you really feel.
All right.
Yeah, Shaq. Tell us how you
birthday
feel.
man. All right.
Yeah.
Is this one of your
had to laugh
favorite
at
rants
him.
of all time?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
But yeah. I mean, upset. Like, they're mad. They can't. They have nothing. They have nothing. They have nothing. Kyrie Irving's gone. Anthony Davis might get shut down. They don't care if OKC wins, because how does it help them during the GOAT debate? They don't care if Cleveland wins. How does it help them in the GOAT debate? LeBron James will still be mentioned and praised if Cleveland's in the NBA Finals, because they're obviously being successful outside of him. So they're going to be mentioning him and comparing that team to LeBron and his Cleveland teams. So the Jesse Jeffries don't want to hear that. Everything is predicated on how we can prop up Michael Jordan and discredit LeBron James. That is the premise of all of this, ladies and gentlemen. This is why GOAT James Kingdom exists, because we cannot talk the game of basketball without, again, rectifying the GOAT debate. And as of right now, the Zesty Jeffries have given up. They waved the white flag. They don't want to have the debate anymore. To them, they're like, there is no debate. There was never a debate, even though they're the ones carrying the debate. Clearly, you can see from these conversations and what's been going on that the people who want to have this debate are the Zesty Jeffries. LeBron fans are not the ones going on everybody's pages and talking to everybody about how LeBron's the GOAT. We don't care about that. We're not looking to prove anything. But as soon as we praise LeBron, as soon as we state what LeBron is, we get a bunch of Zesty Jeffries lining up, wanting to comment their thumbs be ready to hit the send button instantaneously, especially with a homoerotic comment. They are the toxic fan base of basketball. And now their leaders, Charles Barkley and Stephen A. Smith, are out here fighting one another and fighting y'all. And it's lovely over here in GOAT James Kingdom. We loving it. We loving it. Because we not done with y'all. Because when LeBron gets his 5th title and he wins it with his son on the team, and he's out here dominating at the age of 40 years old and making the All-NBA first team, I mean, what are we going to say? And Charles Barkley have the nerve to mention OKC and Cleveland as if they could break down any reason to why OKC and Cleveland are the front runners to win a championship. I was just on PC on Playback TV just a few minutes ago before we started the program here, and I was asking them, well, when was the last time 2 number 1 seeds made the NBA Finals? And I think we had to go back to 2016 with the Warriors and the Cavs. So now, is it really just automatic that OKC and Cleveland are going to both be in the finals because they have the best records in the NBA? Again, having one of the best records is always great, but again, it doesn't lead to just automatic championships, and it doesn't automatically make you better than the next team. You guys, this is how you guys talk the game of basketball. Last night on Lamont's stream, they had a long conversation about choking and chokers and who's a choker and criteria and all this nonsense. All of that is predicated on the GOAT debate, because you have to give someone credit for why a team wins, and you have to also give someone the accountability to why their team lost. That is a part of the GOAT debate, because we have to make sure that we understand Michael is why the Bulls win. So you got to be like Mike. You have to be the person that get the credit. That's what they want to say. You got to be like Mike. Mike did it. He gets the credit. He's the reason why. And if that's the case, on the flip side, you have to have somebody who's held accountable for why their team lost and why they choked or why they couldn't win, like Michael Jordan, because they both have the same responsibilities. But if Michael won, your man didn't. That's their crux of their argument. And that's why you have to have a choker. Somebody has to be a choker. We have to have chokers, guys that choke now. Instead of giving credit to the team that actually played well and beat the other team, no, it's one player's fault to why a team loses a 7-game series. Imagine that. One player is responsible for why a team wins 4 games or loses 4 games, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are hilarious. Shout out to Keep It 100. That's right. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Again, this is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, going live right on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. We doing big things here in GOAT James Kingdom. And we've been talking like this for a while at GOAT James Kingdom. Brandon and I have been exposing this GOAT debate since 2022, ladies and gentlemen. We have been sitting here on YouTube every Sunday afternoon breaking down the GOAT debate, every little aspect of it. Everything that a Zesty Jeffrey has brought up in the GOAT debate, we have actually addressed. Without a doubt. And it's getting so bad for them, like I said, that now they're just realizing that they have no fight left. What do you have to actually bring to the debate? And that's why Stephen A. Smith said he's no longer going to have the debate, because how is he going to argue with 22 years of greatness? What argument do you have against it? That you don't respect longevity? That only makes you look stupid. That only makes you look stupid. But they want to have the GOAT debate. And then they get mad at me for predicating my channel on the GOAT debate, when that's all y'all want to do. Y'all say, let's talk the game of basketball. Let's talk the game of basketball. Y'all were laughing at me when I told y'all about the Lakers' defensive issues and how the Lakers could be a better team defensively if they did certain things. And those things are now being witnessed, and the Lakers' defense have been phenomenal for well over 20 games. So that's over a quarter of the season that the Lakers have been dominant defensively. They've even got Luka Doncic out here playing defense, ladies and gentlemen. That's how good the Lakers defense has been. They've been the #1 defense in basketball since, like I said, mid-January. And they were phenomenal last night against the Knicks. Both defenses were great last night. Both teams played phenomenal defense. And I would love for y'all to break games down for me, because like y'all like to listen to these guys here at TNT Shout out to Chilltown, who always says that they got the best basketball program or best show on television, which is a lie. They're probably the most entertaining, but they're not the best basketball program. We're not learning no basketball from these guys, but they're entertaining. But let's listen to their breakdown of what happened in last night's game, and let's see if y'all knew and could understand how the Lakers were able to win that game and how the Knicks were able to actually fight and hold the Lakers down and do a lot of great things versus the Lakers as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say y'all can't talk basketball. Lamont stated it yesterday. He called them the Mad Dog 20 section of YouTube content creation and these YouTube streets. So let's see now. We already know the Zesty Jeffries have waving a white flag. They actually have called for a truce. Now what a truce is basically a ceasefire. They're basically saying, hey y'all, stop taking shots at the GOAT right now. We got to figure some things out. We got a lot of things going on. There's a lot of chaos right now. There's some internal beefing going on, right? We don't know who's what. We got to figure out some things. The NBA is in shambles. The NBA is so great. We don't know what to do. And obviously the NBA has plenty of viewers because today the media was talking about LeBron James confronting Stephen A. Smith. I saw Dr. Boyce Watkins do a live on this. And if anybody know who Dr. Boyce Watkins is, he's a financial dude. He's into education, he's into finance, he's into business. He ain't got time to talk sports. But because LeBron James is such a big entity in our community, right? And obviously basketball is also a big thing in his life because he admits that he's a basketball fan, that he had to talk about it. Just like Lamont was saying when the Luka trade happened, everybody was talking about the Luka trade. But y'all claim no one cares about what's going on in the NBA. Again, everything that y'all been throwing out here for the last year and a half has been, again, since 2024, since we are done with the 90s, since Mike Peake has come out, it's been a pure disaster downhill spiral for Zesty Jeffries. Oh, don't even get me started on Umar. Don't even get me started on Umar. I hope he don't got nothing to say about LeBron James being the father and Bronny James situation with what's going on in his head right now on social media. But let's not lose track here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not lose track of what we're discussing here. I want to get back to talking basketball. So when we gonna let the TNT guys explain to us how great of a game last night was for them to watch as the Lakers were able to pull out a brilliant victory in overtime versus the New York Knicks.
The Lakers, meantime, now have 1-8 straight, and it took a fourth quarter comeback to get it done.
Listen, they play well. LeBron and Luka did a great job of involving the others. As you saw, Gabe Vincent hit 2 big shots. But listen, they just had a lot of fight. You know, we was worried about their defense with, you know, Luka and them not being a great defensive player, but they got timely stops. Like I always talk about timely stops versus being a great defensive team. They got timely stops. They hit some timely shots. And, you know, with Brunson going down and Cat not being aggressive, the Lakers won the game.
Yeah, they were down.
You heard that? He said the fight. He said the Lakers had timely stops. Again, remember I told you about Zesty Jeffries creating basketball terms that got nothing to do with nothing. What does timely stops mean, Shaq? Explain this to us. That sounds like a great defense you're talking about. Getting timely stops means you're playing good defense, executing on defense. That means you're playing great team defense. They're still going back to these. They're not telling you anything. Gabe Vincent hit 2 crucial shots. How did he hit those crucial shots? Why did he get those shots? He didn't explain nothing. He didn't break down nothing as far as the game goes. And a part of the problem with the NBA is that they don't really have time to talk about the game, right? When you watch football on Sundays, you get a whole hour's worth of them breaking down the games. Now, obviously, they got a lot more games to talk about than these guys only talking about 2 games. Basically, they only got 2 games in one night, but they only have 5-minute segments, 15-minute segments. We got to hear everybody's take, but they really don't do a good job. Even in the halftime, when Kenny Smith ran to the board, he didn't say anything intelligent. He didn't break down the game. He didn't explain what the Knicks were doing, why the Knicks were playing so well in the first half, and how they were able to make that comeback, because the Lakers started off very hot in the game, and then the Knicks took over, and they were holding to a very good lead going into halftime. He was lying about transition defense. It's showing the Lakers playing good transition defense while telling us they're playing bad transition defense, and that's going to be their Achilles heel, which we already talked about that in GOAT James Kingdom. But let's let Kenny Smith break down his idea of what happened last night.
Down 90-80 in that game, then put a 19-6 run together, and they win for the 8th straight time. Kenny.
Scoring is going to be easy. And as things go on, defense is going to be the question if they going to be in a Western Conference final game. Because in the first round, you're going to have teams that you can overmatch probably. But then after that, everyone matches up with you in terms of they could score the ball as well, but then they have size. And, they won this game in overtime, but you have to win 4 of these kind of games against Western Conference teams that have size. And so that's going to be their biggest question because
they're facing an Eastern Conference team. And what team has size? What are they talking about? What is this size thing that you guys keep talking about? This is not the 1900s, man. 2 big men are not going to win you an NBA championship in today's NBA. You cannot have 2 big men on the floor. It doesn't work. It's not going to work, ladies and gentlemen. They were wondering why Karl Anthony Towns was being shut down yesterday because you have to be able to do more as a big man. It's no longer, your size is no longer an advantage in basketball. It isn't. You have to be skilled. Your size no longer matters. You don't just have to be some 7-footer and almost 270 pounds and that's it, and all of a sudden, no, we can't do nothing about you. There is called basketball strategy. The game is so open for defenses to do so many great things, which is why the Lakers' defense has been so great lately. He's talking about offenses and team offenses. How are they scoring on the Lakers? Why is none of these offenses scoring on the Lakers? Because the Lakers are playing better defense. They have a strategy to stop you, or no matter what it is you're doing. They're shutting down Karl Anthony Towns because Karl Anthony Towns is only going to shoot threes, and let him shoot that. He was started off the game bad. He didn't really have a good game because the Lakers took him out of his game. Because he's not getting to the basket. Because as soon as he gets the ball in the low post, we're double teaming. We're triple teaming. You got to move the ball. And like Lamont tells y'all all the time, if you're not a good ball facilitator in the post, it doesn't matter. We watched Karl Anthony Towns look confused when the double team came at him because he's not used to being in the post and being double teamed. Just because he's big doesn't mean he belongs there. And that's the 1900 philosophy and ideology. Like, it doesn't make sense. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The Western Conference team, what Western Conference teams are going to be big? Who are these teams? He's going to talk about OKC? Again, is he talking about OKC? Again, they were supposed. Why didn't he mention OKC? What Western Conference teams? Let's let him continue.
Go to OKC and you have all that size now.
But they got to get to OKC.
Yeah, they're the second seed, Chuck.
I know they got to get to OKC.
No, they're the second seed.
I understand that OKC. They got 2 rounds before they get to OKC.
Okay, and so then they got Denver.
Yeah.
They got OKC. They got teams like that have size. And that is, can you beat them 4 times and play 4 times like that? That's going to be the question. Because in terms of the offensive prowess, they are elite in that respect.
Put a period on this game for me, Chuck.
Great win by the Lakers. I think if you're the Knicks, you got to be very disappointed. I hated their offense in the fourth quarter and overtime. Shaq keeps saying Cat's not aggressive. You got to call plays to get him because go back and look at the first half. When they were winning, they were getting him the ball in the post. He never took a shot in the fourth quarter. Never took a shot or overtime. You can't win like that.
He finishes with 12.
Again, Charles Barkley don't watch the games. The man literally said they were winning in the first half because they were going to Karl Anthony Towns. If I'm correct, Karl Anthony Towns was like 2 of 7 in the first quarter, on the first half. He had like 4 points. He didn't do nothing. The Knicks were not winning that game because of Karl Anthony Towns and their half-court offense at all. That's why Kenny Smith brought up the transition clips during the halftime show, was because the Knicks were running ahead of the Lakers defense. The Knicks realized early in the game that this half-court defense by the Lakers was tough to score on. So they decided to run on the Lakers. We're going to get ahead of your defense before your defense can set up your half-court defense, and we're going to try to score that way. And they were getting very good baskets because the Lakers, for one, were turning over the ball very early in the game and often. And then on top of that, the Lakers were missing their shots. Even though they were wide open, they were missing a lot of their shots. Austin Reeves was missing like crazy. Dorian Finney-Smith couldn't find the rim for nothing. They didn't have Hachimura. Gabe Vincent didn't get going till late in the game. They were just relying on LeBron and Luka for a while there. And the Knicks took advantage of that by running in transition off those rebounds and basically getting ahead of the Lakers defense. Even though the Lakers defense was still playing good transitionally, they just never got able to set up their half-court defense. They never able to slow down the Knicks enough during that first half. And that's how the Knicks was able to dominate that first half, because both teams were playing good defense. The Lakers were getting their shots. The Lakers were missing. But they're not breaking down the game like that to you. They're not talking about the game like that. Charles Barkley don't know what he's talking about.
12 and 14.
They don't know what they're talking about. They just again, they're bad for basketball. And that's why they want to end up, they want to end the GOAT debate, because the GOAT debate is making them look bad, because they want to continue to lie about things. Charles Barkley said he don't care about the 90s. He does care about the 90s. Let me answer this question right quick, because I know somebody had a question for me. Shout out to Thomas. Thank you for this question. He says, hey, Johnny, I got a question. If Bronny James made the Lakers $50 million just in jersey sales, LeBron James is already a billionaire. He can take a pay cut for the future, look bright for the Lakers championship. Facts. It's all facts, man. Listen, I don't know where the question was in there, but at the end of the day, Nobody cares about Bronny James but Zesty Jeffries, man. They don't like the Bronny James things because it's something that LeBron fans could be excited about and happy about. And to them, we don't deserve to be happy and gloating. We don't deserve to be praising LeBron James. We don't deserve to be putting LeBron James in no bright light. We don't need to be boosting anything. We don't need to use Bronny James to help LeBron James be better than Michael Jordan. That's what they don't like about Bronny James. That, again, everything that we talk about in the game of basketball will be predicated on the GOAT debate. At least here in GOAT James Kingdom, we don't shy from it. We hit it head on. We tell you exactly what we're here to do. Have the GOAT debate. And when we talk the game of basketball, we're already going to be accused of propping up LeBron James and basically building up agendas and narratives for LeBron James. So why do we sit here and have to, sugarcoat anything for y'all? We just tell y'all the truth. LeBron's the GOAT. Today's NBA is the best. And let's move on. Let's watch the Lakers. Let's watch LeBron greatness in peace. We watch LeBron in peace here in GOAT James Kingdom. Y'all don't make us feel any kind of way, because this man's out here breaking records every day. Y'all just can't appreciate greatness because y'all never saw greatness in y'all life. Y'all were told what greatness was through commercials and ESPN highlights. Y'all have never seen what greatness was. The only greatness you ever seen in your life is LeBron James. You've never seen anything greater. And all y'all gonna do, like I said, is cop please and do all this other nonsense. So what I'll do is I'll put the link up, and if anybody want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. And we can talk about the game of basketball. We can talk about last night's program. We can talk about your Zesty Jeffrey leader telling you that you need to shut up about the GOAT debate. It's a wrap. It's over. The GOAT debate no longer exists. You guys have nothing else to talk about. Shout out to Ishmael. He said LeBron James shut down Kenny. Shout out to you, Ishmael. Shout out to you. Again, listen, you didn't miss too much. We were just talking about how the Zesty Jeffries were waving the white flag and how they're no longer interested in having the GOAT debate because they're basically shuffling and they really don't know what to do anymore. The inside TV guys cannot break down the game for you. It's just a deplorable situation, man. It really is, man. So Stephen A. Smith, the leader of the Zesty Jeffries, basically said, man, it's over. I don't want to have the GOAT debate anymore. They have nothing else to stand on, and that's the issue. So, with that being said, we'll let their leader explain why the GOAT debate is over and why LeBron is the GOAT of basketball.
Absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to sit up here today, although he annoyed the living hell out of me last week with all of that nonsense he was talking. In the end, the greatness that he has put on display for as long as he has put on display. I'll even go a step further. Knowing how I feel about Jordan, and I think anybody that knows basketball agrees with me, I actually think it's time to not even have the debate anymore, because that's how great LeBron James has been for as long as he has been that great. I can stand down and acknowledge that because this is absolutely phenomenal. But it's not the 50,000 points. It's not even the way he's looked last night. It's not even the way he's looked this month. It's the fact that I'm watching this brother with Anthony Davis, without Anthony Davis, with Luka, without Luka. I mean, this dude right here, and I'm looking at a guy at 40 years of age who's in better shape than 98% of the league, if not more. At age 40 in his 22nd season. LeBron James, especially on a morning like this, deserves all the props in the world, and I'm going to give it to him.
That's it for you, Zesty Jeffrey. Stop coming on GOAT James Kingdom lying. Y'all don't know nothing. Shout out the Twin Man in the building. Twin Man, what's good, brother?
What up, bro?
What's good, man?
You know why he said that, bro? Because you know my stance, bro. For me, it's not even an argument anymore. And now, like, you have to just acknowledge facts. When the facts are just this overwhelming, what are you debating? What are you arguing? I put it in the chat, specifically about Charles Barkley. When the Lakers was losing, Charles Barkley kept the Lakers in his mouth, talking crap about LeBron and the Lakers. LeBron needs all the help in the world. LeBron this, LeBron that. As soon as they go on their win streak, why we got to talk about the Lakers all the time now? Because they're the hottest team in basketball. That's why. When the Nuggets was on their 9-game win streak, guess what they talked about? The Nuggets. Now that the Lakers is on their win streak and they went from basically the 7th seed to the 2nd seed in a month, now all of a sudden, stop talking about them. Like, it's really sad. It's really sad, and it's obvious to see they can't stand LeBron James, bro. Especially Charles Barkley. And I think LeBron's reached his wit's end because he really went up to that dude like, yo, watch your mouth when you talk about my son. Like, LeBron usually let everything roll off his back. He don't say nothing. He don't care because at the end of the day, he knows who he is. But it comes to time, bro. Like, we talking about 20 plus years of them literally hating, bro. Literally hating. And now you trying to bring that shit to his son? No, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. And that's why they can't argue it anymore.
And all to just keep lying, like Judy here in the comments talking about, no, I seen greatness. Yes, you seen greatness through LeBron James. No, I seen the 98 finals in real time. What, you were 7? What were you, 10? Well, how old were you in 1998? That was 27 years ago.
There's no finals in NBA history, and I'm going to stand on this, that's better than the 2016 finals.
Wait a minute. If I'm correct, in 1998, Deion Sanders was a Dallas Cowboy. Am I correct?
I think so.
This is how far back this man wants to go back and act like he could remember something. This is why there's something wrong with them. Their lives have been so pathetic during the 2000s that the only thing that they can remember and hold on to dearly is something that happened damn near 30 years ago. Think about how pathetic your life is.
If the 98 finals was greatness, what does that make 2016?
The greatest ever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the argument? Like, if that's greatness, we saw the greatest comeback in NBA history. Period.
I don't care what nobody tells me.
Nothing gets better than
finals,
that.
the 2006 finals was way better than the 98 finals by far. By far, there was nothing great about the 98 finals other than Michael Jordan making a last-second shot so that he can walk off supposedly in glory. But in reality, he didn't even walk off. He ended up coming back.
Right.
So it really dampened that moment. It really wasn't that great of a moment. There was nothing great about those finals. Exactly. It was straight basura. Hot garbage. But y'all always want to talk about this nonsense. Nobody cares about what happened in the 1900s and about how you never really experienced it. You're a liar. You never experienced it. Never in your life did you experience greatness outside of LeBron James.
Bro, 98, I was 15 years old. I remember those finals. I can sit here and say I
He
watched
says
every
he
last
says
one of
look,
those games.
he says he was 15 years old as well. That was his
So if
point.
you was
He was
15 years
15.
old, if you was 15 years old, there's no way with a straight face you're gonna sit here and say the 98 finals was better than the 2016 finals. You're lying. You're just lying. Who expected the Cavaliers to come back down 3-1 to
It's
win?
nostalgia. It's nostalgia, Adrian. Yes, it was great because that was the last time he was it was the last dance. They made a big drama out of it. That's why they recorded the entire season. Because they knew they were all going to quit because they knew Jordan was not going to play without Scottie Pippen, and they knew Scottie Pippen wasn't coming back.
But Adrian,
Scottie Pippen didn't
we're
even want to
comparing.
show up that year, let alone come back. I imagine that. I had to watch a finals with an old John Stockton, with an old broke back Scottie Pippen, and these guys are trying to tell us that's better than Stephon Curry, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, them going at it for a 7-game series. They are ridiculous.
Right. Stop it.
Sick ridiculous.
Stop it. Please stop it.
We got Ishmael in the building. Shout out to Ishmael, another GOAT James Kingdom member. What's good, brother?
What's up, Ajani? What's up, Twin Man? How y'all doing?
Having fun.
Panel. I want to talk about the fact that the Lakers are winning and doing better is because of LeBron James, and he's the main reason the Lakers are winning. Most people are not giving credit to the fact that LeBron has proven his haters once again that he's an off-ball player. Like, I saw a Twitter post, and that Twitter post was right. There's no breakdown of how LeBron has helped Luka in order to be an exceptional player for the Lakers. The fact that he at first it was trying to help AR Austin Reeves to be like a secondary ball handler or the primary ball handler, but the fact is that LeBron is playing mostly off ball and comes on ball with the second unit when he needs to, but he is so exceptional at at things that people say LeBron was never going to be able to become, or he can't be, or he's not, like a catch and shoot player. The fact that he's always been a great cutter and a great lob threat, but he can shoot at the corner. He can move without the ball and catch and shoot. Or at the three is just amazing. Like the ability how he is a pull up dribble and shoot off the mid range. Or the fact that if you need, especially even at 40 years old, what's his name? Chris Broussard even said on first things first, and you, Johnny, attested it. Yes, you're not going to be able to guard a Jokic. I mean, he can guard Embiid now. Embiid is not playing as great, but LeBron James, Chris Broussard himself noticed that he was able to guard and lock down Cat, who is a big man, who can at times play like a center. LeBron is able to guard 1 through 5. Like people, it's not talked about enough about his ability on the defensive end this year, and especially his ability as a great shooter, just a great off-ball player, player that he's still one of the best players at the fast break, and I think that's what's really helping the Lakers win games.
Yeah, because LeBron's versatile and he can do whatever the team needs him to do, and now they need him to do some other things. Yeah,
like
we know Broussard's a zesty Jeffrey. That we know that.
But it's like it's just that. But he did acknowledge LeBron is able to guard 1 through 5, even at this stage of his career. And he said, and it's just like amazing. Like it's not really noticed that LeBron is able to attack behind the 3-point line, a face-up defender, mismatch, isolation plays. Like he's able to do it. Like at the beginning of the year, it's just really amazing that people were saying that he's washed, like he's not going to overcome it. Like AD was going to be the best player. I even said that LeBron was going to be top 5, but because of he had the slumps or he had the bad games in a row, it just made me feel like he's not. But then it's like he's able to disprove me wrong by landing back in the top 5 MVP candidates, and he's back to averaging 25 points a game for the season. Like I said, it's just truly amazing. Like he's able to prove even some of his own fans wrong of his capabilities.
Yeah,
what I like is that even when AD was there, people was talking about they needed an elite center. Look at what Luka and LeBron is doing with Hayes right now, bro. They're making Hayes look like the best center in the league right now.
Jackson Hayes he's the best defensive center since February. The first.
I know. That's my point. So for everybody that was sitting here saying when AD was there, they needed a center. No, they're not utilizing the pieces that they had. They just weren't utilizing them right. And then Johnny, I gotta give you your props. You sat here. I thought honestly it was a good trade, but I thought their defense wasn't going to be nearly as good as it is right now. I really didn't expect this. I really didn't. I didn't think they were. I thought Denver was going to kill them. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought Denver was going to kill them. I didn't think they was going to be able to stop Jokic. And when they shut him down the way they did, I was like, yo, this is about to be a problem. Every game since that Denver game, I can't see a team that's gonna beat them. I'm gonna be honest, I thought the Knicks was gonna be able to run them off the court because they're a little younger and Brunson, he's just a beast. Like I'm gonna be real. He always shows up in big games. So I thought the Knicks were gonna beat them, and they even beat the Knicks. So I was shocked. They beat Boston. What is anybody else going? And they've already beaten Boston this year. Let's be real. They could blow Boston out this next game. That's how good they're playing.
It should be a good game. It should be a good game. It's going to be a lot going on. Shout out to Moose Talks. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother, for the support. Y'all make sure to subscribe to his channel and definitely check him out on Discord and all the spots that you can find him at, because we do talk the game here.
Why does everybody keep lying, saying the Lakers haven't played anybody? Why do they keep saying they just beat the number 3 team in the East in the Knicks? They beat the Denver Nuggets. They beat the Celtics. What are y'all talking about?
They beat New York twice.
Yeah, they beat the Clippers 3-1 as well. But the thing is, like, I remember it's just everybody was talking so mad, so crazy. It's so crazy. They really were saying like the Mavericks were in win now mode. Everyone was saying that, and it's like it's just a total complete opposite. Everybody got hurt, and then the thing is like the Mavericks were in the play-in. I think they were like in the 9th or 10th seed at the time, or between 8th and 10th seed. It's like the Lakers were like in the 4th seed. Luka came from a team that was in a worse scenario in the seeding and jumped to the Lakers, and now they're in the 2nd seed. While like nearly the entire roster for the Mavericks is injured. It's like, man, I think, and it's like everybody. It's like nearly almost every sports analyst was saying that LeBron and Luka can't work together, and it's like you see like LeBron is just like. He's one of the best off-ball players in the season right now. In this season right now, currently at 40 years old. Like his ability to run fast breaks, catch and shoot, bro.
He's been doing that. No, it's not like that. He's been doing that. Ishmael. For anybody to say LeBron James can't play off the ball, never watched LeBron James' first 7 years.
But no, I'm not saying he can't. Of course he can. But I'm saying like he's also a great off-ball like catch and shoot guy. I've never seen him be like so great at catch and shoot. Like he's like coming off to catch you, like coming off of screens and shooting through three-point line, bro. Like I know he's always been an elite off ball, but catching shoot,
it's so bad. It's so bad, bro. It's so bad. You had Rashad McCants talking about Steph Curry should be in the GOAT debate.
Who said that?
Rashad McCants.
Rashad McCants, man. That's why I be ready to just go crazy on these dudes. That's why we had to get Herm to help us beat them all up in that video we made the other day. Shout out to Hollywood Herm in the building. Herm, did the season start yet?
Herm, you've been real quiet, bro. You've been real quiet.
Nah, I ain't been quiet. I've just been letting y'all have your pom-poms up and wear your tutus and pop your champagne early.
It's funny because, you know, after that Denver game, you said we was front running off of the
man, let him go. Hold on, wait, Twin Man. Don't worry. Let him go, Twin Man. Let him go. It's his turn. He's a GOAT James Kingdom member. Let him go. Let him go.
Yep.
He's trust me. He's on our side. He's on our side. He's trying to save us for no reason. He's putting up fences. He thinks the Zesty Jeffries are rounding up to come after us. But go ahead. We waiting. Go ahead, Herm. We love your protection.
For one thing about me, if you believe what you believe, man, just put your money where your mouth is for one, twin, man. If you really stand on what you stand on, man, that's how you shut a motherfucker up for one. Two, end of the day, like I said, if you understand basketball, if you actually hooped and you actually was part of the team and you actually had to do film sessions and all this shit, bro, none of the NBA has enough film to game plan for the Lakers right now. That's why I'm saying you honestly gotta take it game by game and be patient. If you a Laker fan, if you a LeBron supporter, just take it game by game. Be cool. Yes, they playing great, they winning. That's what it's about. But at the same time, niggas don't need to be delusional. Niggas don't need to be delusional to the point where that you want to just go all out and leave it all out on the line. Because if you do, take your ass to the casino and put everything you got on the line, and you
I
should
already got
win.
my flight book. I got my flight book. I'm gonna be on
You know what I'm
Crenshaw.
saying?
I'm
You
gonna
know
be on
what I'm saying?
Now
Crenshaw.
all of
Like,
a sudden, if you believe in the Lakers, put everything on the line.
no, no,
Herm.
I'm just saying if
So
you
really,
jumping out there like that, bro, stop being
Who? Why?
sensitive.
How can you be? Who's jumping?
No, no, hey,
jumping.
I can't.
This is a simple step, Herm.
Herm.
Like
See,
I
this
said,
this is what you do.
come on,
This is
twin.
what Herm
Come
do.
on, twin,
He
man.
said the
I've been
season
listening to
starts
y'all.
after
I've
the
been
All
listening to
Star
y'all,
game.
bro.
He
I've been
said,
listening
we'll
to
see how they
y'all.
look after they beat
Twin,
Denver.
man, I've been
Now all of a
listening to
sudden,
y'all,
if
bro.
you believe in the Lakers
Respect,
so much, go put
very
everything on the line. Nah, Herm, you keep moving the
disrespectful niggas
goalposts.
gonna have a problem
In
with
the
me.
last 20 games, they've beaten pretty much
Twin, man,
everybody outside of
you that
OKC
emotional that you
and
can't let a nigga talk, bro? You that emotional, bro, that you just gotta cut off a nigga and
now
then
here
cause
we
I
go.
take
Here we
the
go.
Let him
once
speak.
I
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead,
once I
Herm.
take
You know, Herm. I got this, Herm. You good, Herm. Go, Herm. Come on, Herm. We want it again. You ain't following suit because Stephen A. Smith and Charles Barkley copping out, but somehow you found an argument in this GOAT debate. Go ahead, brother. Continue.
nah, here's the thing with that. Stephen A. Smith was to call him out. He missed a real opportunity for all the journalists, all the sports writers, all the sports media members. He messed up the opportunity for them to kind of take their power back. In the sense like niggas don't remember journalists didn't give a damn. They wasn't sensitive about nothing. They used to say well, whoever they wanted to call out, whatever they believed in, they stood on it. They'll write it good. They'll write it good. Got their story about it, and it is what it is. Whether a motherfucker fuck with it or not, they didn't care. Bob Ryan was a Skip Bayless before Skip Bayless. Motherfucker would tell you, hey, this I don't believe this motherfucker will win a title. This motherfucker play a selfish way of basketball. We ain't never seen this style of basketball work, and he stood on his business. Did he have to eat his words like Skip did? Hell yeah. But end of the day, it always been like that. But for Stephen A. to fold like that, that was a missed opportunity for him. That was a missed opportunity for how he could have represented for the sports media membership point when he had the opportunity to set shit straight and stand on your business and stand on what you believe in. Take that moment, and he did, and he folded. He folded. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So,
the pressure's
so,
hard.
so,
The
so, so,
pressure
so
was on him.
end of the day, Stephen A, you a disappointment. You just show some hole in you. You got some hole in you, and it is what it is. Cause you believe what you believe in, and you stand on it, man. Don't fold with a motherfucker in
That's
your
because he
face.
got punked by Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas told him, "Hey, you say something crazy, I got Kenyon behind me. Kenyon gonna check you. You scared of Oakley? You ain't seen Kenyon Martin come after you yet. You heard they were asking him when you gonna come on the show." Cause he be talking reckless. He's the leader of the Zesty Jeffries, and he's copping out. And whatever you said whatever he could have did, should have did, would have did, what he did was say LeBron's the GOAT, and he's no longer gonna argue with any LeBron fan because he knows LeBron's the GOAT. Truly in your heart, if you got LeBron number 2,
Now, but
that means he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
But Gil know how it is in the media for us. Some niggas that stood on what they believed in is dead on that. But niggas should have known about Stevie A for how he out at Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying? That told you everything you need to know about Stephen A. Smith for how he was so close, supposedly have this friendship with AI, and he leaked out his personal business and tried to correlate his personal business into why certain things were happening with Philly. That was some bullshit. That showed you he was a hold in. But niggas threw it under the table and let it slide. So, end of the day, he showed you at that moment what type of nigga he is. He don't stand on business. But Gil know it's certain media members they ain't scared of you. Peter Vest ain't scared of you. He gonna tell you how he feel. Bob Ryan gonna tell you how, even if they wrong, they could be 1,000% wrong. They gonna stand on what they believe in until the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? So Stephen A missed the opportunity because if you meant what you say about Braun or his son, you would have stood 10 toes and told that nigga, I bought none. I don't give a damn what you talking about. I'm going to keep talking about your damn son. I'm going to keep talking about your ass. If you don't like it, hey, do what you got to do.
Man,
But
that man almost
Can,
shit in
can,
his pants when
can I
LeBron walked up
respond
on him.
real quick?
No, twin man. Leave Herm alone. Let him have his
Not even to
belief.
bother Herm. I just have a question. It's a serious question.
You guys always got a question, and you're not gonna like the answer. What's the question? Go ahead.
Yep.
Why
Go ahead.
every time we talk about the literal hate that LeBron James has gotten for 2 decades, they always pull out some beat reporter who worked for a newspaper for comparison. I
When
need
Zesty Jeffries don't read.
you to point out somebody who made a bag off of bashing Jordan even when he was successful.
Oh my
I
God.
need someone to point that out. Point out somebody who, like you sat here and said that Jordan made
You
that
don't
beat
know who
reporter
Bob,
eat
you
his
don't know who
words.
Bob Ryan
LeBron,
is?
hold on,
You
real
don't know
quick.
who the fuck Bob
LeBron
Ryan is?
won.
They let you know you a dick rider, folks.
LeBron won.
You just like these Jordan
He
fans, you
won
a
back to
fucking dick
back.
rider. I'm sick of
Who's
niggas.
dick
I'm sick
riding?
of
I'm
niggas
asking
being
you a
messy.
question. Who's getting emotional now?
Wait, twin man.
Getting emotional now.
Twin man, you asked the question. Don't elaborate on the question. Herm, who else besides Bob Ryan?
Peter Vesson was one of the main Covington niggas that, man, look,
They said what about Jordan? What did they say about Jordan? That Jordan could never be the GOAT, he can never be as great as Wilt Chamberlain, he can never be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he can never live up to the legacy of the 70s. Did they say that?
Hey, you want to know what? Like, y'all be bitching and moaning and complaining about Skip Bayless when he said that LeBron James would never win a ring. Bob Ryan said the same motherfucking thing. Said the same damn thing about
Did
Mike.
Bob Ryan make millions of dollars
Come on,
talking shit
yeah, he
about
made
Michael
millions.
Jordan?
His ass
That's
came.
not the same thing, Herm. I'm asking you again. When Michael Jordan in 1988 was choking, in 1989 was choking against Detroit, he was right that Jordan wasn't going to win a damn championship. And when Jordan won a championship, he swallowed his pride. Just like Stephen A. Smith is swallowing his pride because what LeBron James is doing. So why are you upset?
That's crazy.
Bob Ryan swallowed his pride. You don't got none of y'all don't got. Wait, hold on, Herm. I let you speak, Herm. Wait, Herm. You ain't got no evidence that after 1998 that any one of these men talked ill about Michael Jordan. You don't have none of that.
Now you're moving the goalpost.
Exactly.
I'm not moving the goalpost. That's not moving the goalpost because we're not. That's not moving the goalpost because you're saying in the late 80s.
Finish what I'm trying to say.
No, you answered the question. You said Bob Ryan, and now it's my turn to speak. We gave you a chance.
The whole time.
No, you have not been getting interrupted. Don't do that, Herm. I have been giving you an opportunity to speak here. I cut off Twin Man from his little soliloquy because he had a question. He was done with his question. You said Bob Ryan said something about Jordan can't win championships. In 1989, Jordan couldn't win championships. In 1989, Jordan did not play basketball. Yes, because the way Michael Jordan plays basketball, it's not winning basketball. That's facts. That's not a lie. That's factual. Jordan didn't win championships.
So Skip Bayless wasn't lying when he said what he said.
Yes, he was lying because LeBron James. Because LeBron James has the ability to win championships because of the way he plays basketball.
But at the time, his ass was getting his ass kicked. Like Jordan was getting his ass kicked.
Not because LeBron James doesn't know how to play basketball. Not because LeBron
has been disgusting forever in sports. Every fucking high-profile athlete been getting called out, been getting crucified for any goddamn sport. But y'all sensitive, soft-ass niggas getting your feelings when they call that.
Sit your ass down.
Man, I got mind control over Debo. He be like, shut the fuck up. I be quiet. But when he leave, I be talking again.
Sit your punk ass down. That old bullshit.
Boo. It's been a while since I had to put somebody in the motherfucking dugout. Herm, you gotta relax, brother. Ain't nobody crying about LeBron. You're the one who's here crying. making up shit, lying about Bob Ryan because you know you can't prove nothing you say. Plus, we would have to take our hard working time to go research a bunch of articles that we're never going to find of them discrediting Michael Jordan. The only people who would talk about Michael Jordan objectively during the 90s and the 80s was Sports Illustrated, and Michael Jordan banned them from actually ever talking to him or interviewing him or getting anything from him still till this day. Michael Jordan doesn't talk to Charles Barkley, his longtime best friend, because of what Charles Barkley said about Michael Jordan in the media. Michael Jordan is not supposed to be talked negative about. That's the point of the actual GOAT debate. You keep bringing up Peter Vesey. You keep bringing up Bob Ryan. Shut the fuck up.
Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over. And I ain't playing, nigga. Sit your ass down.
Bring facts when you show up on GOAT James Kingdom. I will allow you to speak. But when it's my turn to speak, you're going to have to shut the fuck up.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. You fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit.
I'm tired of that shit, man. Herm, you are more welcome to come back. You are more than welcome to come back, Herm. But don't do that, Herm. We're not delusional. I'm not delusional. Nigga, I'm breaking down film. I'm talking basketball. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to make this about LeBron and Jordan. Y'all can't even let me be a basketball fan, break down basketball film, talk about basketball because you think my objective is to make Michael Jordan in the 90s look bad and make LeBron James in today's 90s look great. It's not hard for me to do it when it's the fucking facts. There is no fact that you're talking about that states Michael Jordan was being shitted on by the mainstream media of that day. Michael Jordan was the face of the league. He was on every product. Michael Jordan didn't even talk. There was a whole thing about how Michael Jordan didn't even have to speak. Like, stop it. And we got to do. And I didn't even let you go. You left on your own volition, Herm. You got put in the dugout. I know you don't like being in the dugout next to Michael Jordan because he's a fucking liar. But when you lie, that's who you sit next to, the motherfucker who needs a break from the game of basketball. Because he's not man enough to tell people the truth about his life. Like LeBron is. Man enough to tell you, my son is better than half the league. But you ain't a father, so you would never talk about your son that well, that great, and give him that much confidence. When what's his name? The father of Venus Williams told that white reporter, stop telling my daughter she can't beat this white girl. She can. Don't destroy her confidence. That's what LeBron James was doing. Building up his son's confidence. Going in the media, putting his reputation, his name on the line just to say my son is better than half the league. Because he know half the league can't even check him. Just like Stephen A. Smith can't check him. Y'all are messing with wrong one. But in reality, you found the right one. Ain't that right, Peter? You be watching basketball with me. You know I'm a basketball fan. It's not just about LeBron James and Jordan. But you know that the GOAT debate is over, correct? Stephen A. Smith told you you can't argue it no more, Peter. It's over.
Ça passe.
Nah, not boule. Ça got fait. What's good?
Bonsoir. But yo, I want to do a little small pivot, but I'm gonna bring it back full circle, right? Mm-hmm. I want to talk about the 7-foot German and how he was absolutely eviscerated, right? Coming off of 2 consecutive seasons that ended in tragedy, right? Mm-hmm. Namely, 2006. Mm-hmm. He allowed an undersized Udonis Haslem to hold him to 40% shooting. He still did pretty well in the fourth quarters, but his team was favored. And to be honest with you, Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat had no business winning that series, right? His reputation and legacy took a pretty damning blow in that 06 finals, right? Mm-hmm. Now, coming on the heels of that 06 finals, the next year he wins the MVP. They win 67 games, and they get knocked out in the first round by the 8th seeded Golden State Warriors being guarded by a 6'8" Captain Jack and whatever random assortment of other players that they had. Now, who remembers what Dirk's legacy or how the mainstream media dealt with Dirk coming on the heels of being the first or the second team to lose to a number 1 seed? And this is with him winning, consequently winning MVP a little bit after that, the end of that series, which was anticlimactic. It was horrible, right? They eviscerated Dirk. I've never seen a player get. Am I being hyperbolic here? Anybody on the panel? Can y'all remember?
No,
yeah,
I mean,
remember the. I remember
they
the
went
series.
on him. They went on him. I mean, but I don't think. Again, back then, back then, it was predicated on when it happened, right? It was when the 06 finals happened. It was when the 07 playoffs happened. After that, nobody cared. That's why nobody thought they were going to beat the Heat when they made the finals in 2011. Nobody was even giving them enough credit for as good as they were playing against OKC and the Lakers. So people just didn't pay them no attention. People didn't sit here and keep bashing them and kept saying, "Oh, they're gonna eventually choke against the Heat." They didn't say that. And in fact, when they beat the Heat, instead of giving them credit for beating the Heat, they just said LeBron choked. That was another silly thing about last night's argument on Lamont's show, was about how, again, if you are not giving the credit for winning, somebody has to be blamed for you, and you can't get credit for, like, once you're blamed for the losing, the person who beat you doesn't get the credit for beating you. The same way, if you get credit for winning, the person that you beat don't get discredited for choking. So
Twin Man, you still on the panel, Twin Man?
Twin Man's here. But hold on, wait, Ishmael, go ahead, Ishmael. What you guys say, Ishmael?
Yeah, when they lost to the Warriors, but it wasn't like they weren't diminishing Dirk. It was I was young at the time.
No, they
really weren't.
They were.
Twin Man.
He was known. He was a choker. He was a choker.
You didn't let me finish.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't. It was not. No, it was not a lot of rumors going around how Dirk was just this. He just, like, people were just diminishing his career and whatnot. It was more of like that Warriors. It was the "We Believe," and they were giving more credit to the Warriors defeating the Mavericks rather than trying to diminish Dirk and say, like, he choked or he played down to the level of competition type of thing. So it's like they
said he choked.
Right.
They were saying Dirk was a choker. They were saying Dirk could never win a championship. Or
I don't remember that.
He'll be good. He could be good during the regular season because they were always a good team since like 04. Yeah, they would.
I don't remember like they blasted it like that. They talked about him.
When it happened. No, when it happened. That's it. Once you lose,
I remember
we
that.
talk about you. Yeah, you lost. You a choker. You choked last year. You choked this year. That's it. They didn't go into 09 to worrying about what Dirk was going to do. They didn't go into 10.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a different. Yeah,
I'm saying they didn't do.
Yeah, they never diminished nobody's career. Nobody's career ever got diminished but LeBron James. That's it.
Right, exactly.
Stop trying to bring other people in this. That doesn't exist. LeBron James is the only player. I'm not snapping at you, Ishmael. I'm just saying in general, we understand this, ladies and gentlemen, that LeBron James is the only player that's been diminished. That's it.
Hey Johnny, I agree. Like at the time, they were saying like things about Dirk, but they didn't diminish. I said they didn't diminish his career. Like they were celebrating more of the Golden State Warriors rather than diminishing Dirk Nowitzki. That was my point on that.
How old are you, Ishmael?
I just turned 30. I was pretty young at the time, but I remember because I'm from the Bay Area. It was the We Believe. I remember it was Baron Davis.
So you were 12 years old. Okay, Twin Man. What do you agree with?
Hold on for a second. Wait a second. Don't hold on. Don't just do that because I was around adults saying those same things. I remember that stuff was years talked about afterwards later too. Okay, a lot of people were just more celebratory rather than trying to diminish Dirk Nowitzki. They didn't think about Dirk Nowitzki like that.
Well, I mean, you said you were in the Bay Area, right?
Yes.
It don't matter. So, you can't. Hold on. Peter, you can't discredit him. When I got guys here born in 1988
I wasn't
talking about
discrediting
1998. I'm just saying, again, you don't have no player in NBA history to compare LeBron James's hatred. There is none. Stop it, guys. You're trying to do what Herm did. It doesn't exist. Stop looking for her. Twin Man to agree with you. Twin Man's not going to agree with you.
I don't see all this hatred for LeBron. Like, who in the mainstream? Because most of the people, the only people.
Don't tell me what you see. I'm gonna tell you what you don't see. You don't see idiots like this. Michael Jordan fans are the worst. There's never really been a real debate. Although he created a whole channel to have a debate because he never thought there was a GOAT in reality, in real life. He doesn't think of a GOAT. This is somebody who learned of Michael Jordan watching Space Jam. Okay?
Bro.
These are the type of people that want to control the GOAT debate and basketball discourse. These are the type of people. I'm going to bring up little silly comments from guys like this all the time because they can't talk the game of basketball. That's why they're the 40-40, the Mad Dog 40-40 club, right? Or the Mad Dog 2020. Isn't that what Lamont called them yesterday? Because they can't talk basketball. The Mad Dog 2020 club, because they can't talk the game of basketball. All they want to do is think that Michael Jordan's the greatest player ever, and we're all supposed to accept it because they grew up thinking that and believing that, and as grown men, they still believe it. They can't talk
Even the mainstream media lies when they sat here and said, well, everybody got talked about. They're not wrong when they said everybody got talked about. We're not talking about, hey, someone getting criticized or critiqued in a moment where they have a shortcoming. I'm talking about even when you succeed, they diminish your success. Lamont even brought up an example of this on the stream last night when he talked about how he broke the all-time scoring record and everybody tried to pretend like that was not a big deal. They tried to diminish that. That was literally the most prestigious record in NBA history, diminished by people like Skip Bayless, by Stephen A. Smith, by the Rob Parkers of the world, by the Tim Leglers of the world, by the Mad Dogs of the world, by the Charles Barkleys of the world.
These are not regional people, ladies and gentlemen. These are not beat writers. These are nationally syndicated people who are on television Monday through Friday. Not only that, they have social media.
LeBron had the greatest comeback in the finals history. The first thing everybody tried to talk about was 2 3-peats.
What did Legler say?
Let's stop it, bro. They have tried to diminish every major accomplishment this man has ever had. He passed Jordan for 30-point games. The first thing they sat here and said was that it took him more seasons to do it.
Man, y'all are really fired up, man. Like, y'all,
listen,
come on.
Listen, Trimman, I got this. You are not going to find nobody in the media that has been eviscerated like LeBron James. Nobody is scrutinized like LeBron James. It doesn't exist. Just accept it. Y'all, that's a part of the reason why he's in the GOAT debate. Here we go, Herm. I gotta get Herm taken here. He says, I'm gonna get the laugh, like always. But I'm at the end. This shit like ended up the pull. What the fuck did you write, bro? Am I reading this wrong, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, first off, Herm, you're like
I'm
Mel.
gonna get the last laugh like always.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up pod trash. Been too nice for he's saying he's been too nice for too long and he's gonna come out the winner.
Nigga, ain't nobody scared of you, nigga. Ain't nobody scared of you niggas, man. You can't fuck with me. You niggas think you got something? Herm, I told you, go get your fucking laptop. Go get your fucking laptop. Get your show on, nigga. I'm ready. Do your shit, nigga. I'm ready. I appreciate all the love and support, nigga. You said you being nice, like I'm scared, nigga. Get gritty, nigga. Put on your gloves, nigga. Ain't nobody shook. Ain't nobody shook. Listen, you're like Mel on the Joe Budden's podcast, who are still waiting for the punchline of that joke so you can laugh. It's not my fault that you're gonna be waiting for a laugh that's never coming. It's not my fault. You're never going to laugh. You're never going to laugh because the Lakers are going to win. You're going to. That's it. Again, y'all have one hope for why the Lakers will lose. One hope only. And I'm not even going to mention it because I'm not going to put it out there. But at the end of the day, we all know what that reason is. That you have nothing. You can't talk the game. You can't explain how OKC will shut down the Laker offense.
Right.
You can't explain how SGA is going to get off on the Lakers defense. You can't explain how Jared Allen and not Coutinho Mobley, but Evan Mobley on the floor together make some kind of dynamic duo that will force the Lakers to shuffle. Where? It won't exist. You guys have to stop this. You have to just talk the game, which is what you guys have never been able to do for 15 years because you've been making shit up like Peter Vesey and Bob fucking Ryan. let's let Moose Talk get into the building. Shout out to Moose Talk.
Hey, can I finish my Dirk point? Or I never got to finish. I got jumped on.
Okay, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. No, because you asked the question. You asked about whether Dirk was
Yeah.
So, but go ahead.
Right. No, because I just wanted to verify that and I wasn't taking a pot shot at the young brother. I was just saying from his perspective in the Bay, obviously it's going to be more about the Warriors if you're in the Bay Area, right? You're a younger guy, so you're not your memory isn't going to be as vivid as someone who was older at that time. I think that's fair. So what I was saying is, basically, this was the point that I was making. Really, until 2011 happened, LeBron wasn't a pariah like that, right? Search a memory bank, Ajani. Would you agree with that? Listen, we're gonna keep Skip Bayless is an outlier. Skip Bayless is a nutcase. We gonna put him.
No, but he's the reason why, though. He's the reason why.
Right.
He's the reason. He's the reason why. You guys forget that back then. Matter of fact, shout out to Around the Horn. That's about to end in a couple of months, right?
Well, you know what? Hold on, real quick, Johnny, real quick, because I didn't finish. But you actually know what? Now that I think about it, that's actually wrong. They were giving him. Hold on. The only commentator who was giving him hell for the 2008 debacle was really Skip, right? Nobody else was really taking him to task. He had a horrific series. He shot 35%, turned the ball over 5 times per game in that series. Listen, let me finish. Y'all get so sensitive. I can't even finish what I'm saying.
Because you're going to regurgitate some bullshit that Skip Bayless was telling you for the last 20 fucking years, and you won't let me tell you why. You've already listened to this bullshit.
Point.
No one cares about 35% shooting, nigga, and 8 fucking turnovers but Zesty Jeffries. Nigga, Allen Iverson has shot 35% through fucking all kind of games 2001. Nobody brings that shit up. It has nothing to do with basketball. Nigga, no one cares about 35% shooting but Zesty Jeffries.
Hold on, brother. Golly, let me get through. Let me just give me 120 seconds. Let me get through it, right? So, because I was saying until 2011, the mainstream media wasn't really going in on LeBron outside of Skip, right? 2008, Skip was the only one who was talking negatively about that series, right?
Why you say only Skip when Skip is the main one? He's the top dog. Because you're not. Because you're lying, nigga. Stop lying.
All right, so
you're trying to make it seem like Skip Bayless is some minute little part of the sports media world.
He's not.
Listen, you're not listening. This is why I got to explain to you, because you asked me to go back in time and show you what was going on. I remember, nigga, I was in my 20s.
All right, give me some other people. Give me some other guys.
There's no other people to give you because there was nothing then back then, nigga. It's not like how it was today, nigga. 20 years ago, it was ESPN.
Right, Legs and all them. Legs was around.
Who the fuck Legs is? Nobody give a fuck about Legs. There was none of this, nigga. There was no first take, nigga. There was no morning table round discussions, nigga. That didn't exist.
No, they had. It was called what? Cold Pizza. It was called Cold Pizza.
Skip Bayless, nigga. That was Skip Bayless.
Nah, you had Woody. No. Listen, guys. You had Russell Wilbon. You had Michael Wilbon. Excuse me.
He wasn't. Michael Wilbon's on PTI.
Oh yeah, he was on PTI. You're right. Who else was on Cold Pizza?
Hold on.
It was Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless. It was Skip Bayless. They had several hosts. They kept Skip Bayless. They had several guys outside of Woody Page. They kept Skip Bayless.
Woody Page, that's what I was thinking about.
When Woody Page left, they brought in Stephen A. Smith. They were looking for a counterpart for Skip Bayless because Skip Bayless was getting ratings. Because back then, ESPN showed you the Sports Center 1-hour show for 7 hours straight. From 6 o'clock in the morning till 12 noon on ESPN, it was only Sports Center. They were using ESPN2 because cable was getting larger and plenty of channels were now having outside channels. They created ESPN2 and started creating all these dynamic shows. The one that took off was Cold Pizza. Because of Skip Bayless and the way Skip Bayless talked about he was controversial. He was always controversial.
Okay, so y'all really mad at Skip then? It ain't really the mainstream
No, we're mad at you, Zesty Jeffries, who listened to Skip and thinks Skip knows basketball and been using Skip Bayless's logic for the last 20 years.
Facts.
Now,
No
Skip
one,
is the
no
whole
one talked
push
about choking.
gene and who wants it more. That's
Thank you.
Skip whole.
That's the Zesty Jeffrey logic, making shit up.
Yeah,
Shit we
but
can't
people
measure.
who
The eye test. Shit we can't measure.
yeah, but that's what Skip does. You got to remember, Johnny. These people are on TV, right? The number
Bro,
one
but bro,
objective
missing the point. The
is
point
to
we're
entertain.
making is the point we're making is I've been one of the first people on this channel since he channel. Everything that he just sat here and said, the eye test, who wants it more, killer instinct, all that shit that comes from Skip Bayless, Cold Pizza, and the bullshit they've talked for 20 years. All that shit's been made up. And what
You
we're
could throw
trying to sit
Rob Parker in there too. Rob
right.
Parker be on
They
there.
no,
what we're trying.
they're all proteges or whatever. They're all guys that came after Skip. They all try to replicate Skip.
Facts.
When Stephen A. Smith tells you we got the #1 show for 13 years in a row, it's because of Skip Bayless. You have that. Skip Bayless created the entire landscape of roundtable discussions for us to see as a mainstream sports media content. When sports reporters were showing on what's it was 11 o'clock in the morning on Sundays, that shit wasn't getting high views. You had 4 accredited, top-notch sports reporters giving you not just basketball talk, but sports news every Sunday morning. That was only for real sports fans. The casuals, the guys who buy Jordans, who sit in line to buy Jordans, and the guys who refuse to not put Michael Jordan as the outside of the GOAT because of Jordans are the casuals that only watch basketball for Michael Jordan. Skip Bayless gave you a reason to talk the game because he kept Michael Jordan's name alive when everybody kept telling him, here's a new kid. This is the new guy. That's why y'all say, well, he's the one who chose the chosen one. He didn't choose the chosen one. He wasn't the reason why y'all were going to his high school games. It has nothing to do with this. They were marketing what they got, Lenny Walker, the dude that was supposedly a drunk and he was playing LeBron, and the guy Sonny Vaccaro, whatever, said, man, LeBron's the greatest 15-year-old I've ever seen in my life. They didn't even know who LeBron was. He was like, damn, I wish we would have been invested in this kid because this is the future of the NBA. Y'all are the ones that are obsessed with LeBron because he's better than Mike. And y'all never thought in y'all lifetime that y'all would actually see someone that was better than Mike. And y'all still fighting it 20 years later.
I strenuously disagree.
That's why last night you was watching the basketball game in disgust because you were feeling good in the third quarter. You were feeling good in that fourth quarter, but you saw what happened when they go and all that shit.
I'm a Knicks fan. Hey, Johnny. I'm a Knicks fan. I was feeling good.
Yeah, no, I know. Listen, shut up. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas. Yes, Gilbert Arenas, you need to say that on your show for me. Please make sure you mention Zesty Jeffries. A Zesty Jeffrey is somebody who loves to argue the GOAT debate against LeBron James for the sake of Michael Jordan without ever knowing anything about Michael Jordan's career at all. They just know everything enough to say why LeBron can't be the GOAT. And they go around all over social media finding LeBron fans to poke and prod at because they believe that they are the gatekeepers of basketball discourse and knowledge. When in fact they are the worst. You already admitted it. They don't know nothing about the 80s. They know nothing about the 90s. They don't even know about the 2000s. When you were telling us how you had a player in the league with coke coming out of his sock in the 2000s. And I agree with him. Everybody know coke is a rich man's drug. The NBA is full of rich men. So I wouldn't doubt if there's some NBA players out here. We got Vernon Maxwell already admitting that he was on coke in college. He was on in college. So we know what he was doing when he got to the NBA.
That coke gives you superpowers though.
Yeah, man. But shout out to you again. They're Zesty Jeffries because they're zesty. They look to argue online with grown ass men, and they met the right one. In reality, I'm the wrong one, but I'm the right one. Just like LeBron didn't want this, I didn't want this calling. I didn't want to be the leader of the LeBron camp. But I'm here, and y'all are in trouble because I ain't going nowhere. YouTube done monetized me. Y'all in trouble. Let's let Moose Talk get his take in, man. What's good, Moose Talk, man? Thank you for joining me, brother. You've been very patient. What's good, man? Hey, they looking for you in the
Kingdom. What up, brother? Twin man.
They've been looking for you in the comments, brother. They want to see your show, man. When we gonna get some more shows,
I'm gonna
brother?
be back soon, man. I'm gonna be back soon. I gotta get some things situated. But salute to everybody. But while I was waiting, man, you pretty much took the words out of my mouth, man. A lot of these Zesty Jeffries, as you so famously coined the term. You know what I mean? They wanna they wanna start with a finish and begin with an end. This we cannot have this conversation without Skip Bayless, and I'm glad you guys touched on it because that's where I wanted to go. LeBron James hate has created $1 million careers. So when these people come out here and say every superstar player or every goat of their generation or every transcendent player got this level of hate, that's asinine, bro. That's asinine. This is a level of hate that we've never seen before and will never see again. A level of hate that has created $1 million careers. Forget $1 million careers, 100,000-air careers. Forget 100,000-air careers, thousandaire careers. There's people on a lower level, like YouTube, for example. There's guys raking in seven, eight, $9,000 a month off of LeBron James hatred. And these people are so ungrateful, they won't even send the man a Christmas card around the holidays. They won't give the man a thank you. LeBron James hate has paid for Infamil, has paid for diapers. You know what I mean? Has paid for groceries.
It's paid for everything but child support for the Zesty Jeffries.
It's paid for child support. It's paid for child support. And he can't even get a thank you. And they'll tell you with a straight face the level of hate has been, the level of criticism has been the same for every superstar, for every transcendent player. No, it hasn't. My man Herm brought up Peter Vesey and stuff. No, Malone, Robinson, Barkley, they got it worse. They got it worse than Jordan ever dreamed of. Ever dreamed of.
They kept losing, brother. Like, that's how that goes.
But that's the thing. Nobody listen. When LeBron loses, he gets swept in the first in the Western Conference Finals. You guys can talk about that. He got swept. He got lost. He didn't. They were winning all the games and couldn't finish it out. Those are all acceptable things. But then when you say, well, he's never had a clutch G. He's never been clutch. Those are now you use that and you take it to the extreme.
How do you even measure that? How do you even measure that? You can't measure it with the numbers because the numbers don't say that.
Exactly, you don't, and this is what people don't understand. The Michael Jordan fan base is so large and so great. There are people, bro, that don't even watch basketball, and if you tell them that Mike's not the GOAT, they'll look at you like, yo, where are you getting this information from? Because everything I've ever heard, Michael Jordan's the greatest thing ever. Because of the marketing and like Mike, that's why he was the face of the league. He's the ultimate marketer. Like, let's just keep it real. I never take the.
I thought you said he was
right.
But I thought y'all said he irrelevant though. So how do you reconcile those two?
He's irrelevant. He's irrelevant. Oh wait, he's irrelevant basketball wise. He's relevant culture wise.
Okay.
Jordan culturally will always be a part of our culture, my man. You got people buying Jordans for their infants. You're talking about babies that are not even 3-4 weeks old. They have J's on their feet. They got Jordan onesies on. Like
the brand became bigger than the player.
Exactly, and that's why today's players are bigger than the league because they are a brand themselves, modeled after Jordan.
Exactly.
So your brand is a company. Your company is big. You don't know who really owns McDonald's, but you know McDonald's. You don't know who owns Pepsi, but you know Pepsi.
Come on,
you see what I'm trying
Colonel
to say?
Sanders doesn't own KFC, but you know KFC for Colonel Sanders.
So I mean, it seems to me
This
what I'm hearing.
This is not a closed panel. Again, the link is available for anybody. I usually let one-on-ones up, but I got some GOAT James Kingdom members here. Oh, Twin Man.
Yeah, I just wanted not to cut you off, Ajani. I just wanted to come through, show my love, show my support, and just remind people that. And shout out to Gil. I seen him in the chat. I was hoping he brought this up when he was there on First Take. What was it, last Friday? Not today, but last Friday, I believe it was.
He was trying to be professional with that off-brand coat on. I don't know why he went on there with that off-brand coat. You got to dress better than playing Stephen A. Smith, Gil. You can't be showing up to Stephen A. Smith show dressed like that.
Stuff he said last Friday, right? And disregarded the fact that he brought a hockey player on the show who admittedly said he did not watch basketball since Kobe retired. God bless his soul, which is damn near 9, 10 years ago. But he'll tell you that players are not this, or LeBron is not this, or the ratings are down, or this. Bro, you admittedly said you haven't watched the game for 9, 10 years. So how can you critique something that you haven't watched in 9 to 10 years?
When
Hey, we'll just bring them down here and drag them.
Unbelievable,
I
man. But
think
I'm gonna be in the chat, man. I just wanted to
Hold on.
come through
I
and say my
appreciate that,
one
Moose
truth, man.
Talks. Yeah, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Listen, y'all make sure to holler at Moose Talk Hoops. He talks basketball. He always has great content. Y'all subscribe to his channel. He will be back on FYF. We got to get y'all back. We got to get y'all Maria back. All y'all got to come through. Before you go, Peter, my bad, Peter, because I know you're a GOAT James Kingdom member, but let's let this guy step up because we had a couple of people come up and because we were arguing back and forth, we haven't let these people speak. So let's let Black Man is fair. Black Man is fair.
Yes.
All right, brother. Well,
Peace.
go ahead, brother. What's good, brother? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, we're talking about Go James Kingdom. I mean, he does create a market for us to, talk basketball, who's the greatest, all those type of things. So, Jordan and LeBron are those two figureheads that allow us to have these conversations and, make money and do what we do down here. So, you got the larger mainstream media, and then you have us down here having those realer conversations and really breaking things down. So I think it benefits everybody.
I appreciate. No, again, the GOAT debate's not really a problem. The problem with the GOAT debate, again, is the toxic Zesty Jeffries. Because, there's Michael Jordan fans that I got a lot of respect for, and we can have a great conversation about the GOAT debate, right? But it's the Zesty Jeffries who can't let it go. They got to find reasons to discredit. The thing about it is that this is a perfect example. This is what really made me say I had to get. I really this is what made me really say, okay, I have to do this basketball thing, right? In 2022, Julius Randle had a season that was only comparable to Larry Bird's MVP season as a power forward, right? He had over 24 points per game, over 10 rebounds. I believe it was over 5 assists. And it was shooting over 40% from three-point land. No power forward has ever done that since Larry Bird, right? And when I was trying to praise that, which is funny, I'm a Heat fan, I hate praising the Knicks, but when I was trying to praise that on social media, I got eviscerated. When people were trying to tell me, how dare I compare Julius Randle to Larry Bird, as if I was disrespecting Larry Bird. But they didn't want to just appreciate that it's not that he is as good as Larry Bird or better than Larry Bird. That's how good Julius Randle is. You see what I'm trying to say? That's how good Julius Randle is, that he's putting up numbers that is comparable to the 1986 MVP. Forget if it's Larry Bird or not, but that's the league MVP. And he's not even the best player in the NBA. So...
Right, just some acknowledgement for that. Yeah, just some acknowledgement for that great accomplishment that's comparable to one of the greats.
Exactly.
Just for one season.
Just for one season. And that's what Gilbert Arenas kind of brought to the attention of Stephen A., which I think Stephen A. understood, that when we're comparing them, it's not we're saying we can't have the comparison or we can't have the nostalgia. It's that when we compare it, the way it's compared is that if we're talking about today, it has to be talked negatively in comparison to the past. It cannot be equal or greater than. Because as soon as Brian Windhorst went in about how today's NBA is the best NBA and the logo or the brand name should be greatness every night, he cut him off. I can't take this. And then he had to reiterate how to him there was not enough effort in the players in today's NBA. So instead of letting Windhorst praise today's players, he had to remind us, well, no, this is what's negative about today's NBA. And this is what we want. We hear them talk about it all the time. That's the Zesty Jeffrey logic. They created a nostalgia, a fake thing. A fake thing is fake. It's a myth. It's not real. And they hang their hat on it. And now we have to hang our hat on something that doesn't exist.
Okay. True indeed. And it causes more conversation because do you think in comparison to the older days that we're watching a good or better brand of basketball, just period?
We're watching a way better brand of basketball, brother. We have never seen any basketball greater. No, brother, listen. If you're a real basketball fan, now mind you, I hate saying I'm a basketball fan because I really just like the NBA. You won't catch me watching college. I can't really watch WNBA. I only like the NBA. But if you're a basketball fan, there's no way you watch today's game and do not think it's not better than ever before. And just for those who think that I'm going to fall in line 30 years from now and say, well, no, these guys can't be as great as LeBron and them was. I remember Paul George was doing it. No, I'm not going to do that in 2050. I'm not going to do that in 2045. 20, 30 years from now, I will look back at today's era as what it should be, what it is now. It was the 2020s, 2010s. But now I'm in 2050. There's some kid named Jalen Rossberger, and he's phenomenal. That's just it. And that's crazy. A name like Jalen Rossberger would mean he would have to be completely mixed and Jewish. Let me address some of these people in the comments, because that last comment. Thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to check out the membership. C. Smith, thank you again. We don't sell merchandise in here because not too many people want to walk around with a GOAT James Kingdom outfit on. But if you become a GOAT James Kingdom member, and if you become a Knights of DJK, no, it's not the Knights of DJK. Let me make sure I get this correct. Let me pull it up for you. If you become the Castle Knights of DJK, you do get a custom GOAT James Kingdom t-shirt, which you can have whatever you want put on the t-shirt. All right, now we do have limited size and colors, because for some reason everybody wears medium. I don't know why everybody wears medium in today's world, but medium is very hard to come by because everybody always says they wear medium or large. But either way, we have that available for you. So if you want to become a member of the channel, just go to our channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out the membership. There's different perks if you want to be a part of that. If you want a DJK hat, you got to become a King's Guard. That is the ultimate membership for the GOAT James Kingdom platform. We help you guys out. Again, I just recently made a video for one of our GOAT James Kingdom members. He loves it. We make videos for you guys. We do reels, we do graphs, we do memes. We have show shout outs. We have special get-togethers. Like I said, we're going to watch the game tomorrow. Right, Boston Celtics versus the Lakers is going to be available in our GOAT James Kingdom watch party lobby right here on StreamYard with GOAT James Kingdom members, and we can watch the game like anything else. If you don't have, well, I guess everybody has ABC, so there should be no reason why you can't. But it's on ESPN or ABC tomorrow. Either way, it's going to be available on GOAT James Kingdom. You guys can come check us out. Again, that's what we do here. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for watching me. Again, shout out to everybody who's watching us as well on FYF and I think it's breaking news report. I think that's what the thing is. So yeah, again, Ethan, you can say that, but you're watching. All right, have a great evening, Ethan. Enjoy the rest of your day. But you had something to say, Black. My bad, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off, and then we'll let Peter get back in.
Yeah, no problem. No, I mean, it's just a lot of talks, and it's great, because my thing was they compared the older era and having a power forward and it being more physical. That was, my points on that, and how that generation who's used to that and wants to see that brand of basketball come back, has, controversy and contention with the newer generations who think just like you, hey, the game is great, LeBron is great, and so they go back and forth. And then on the, it's just about, so the game, that's all I really wanted to say, that, it makes for good conversation that, the two ages and eras can, converse and, have some back and forth. So.
Nah, I agree with you, brother. Again, it's great discourse. I really have a lot of respect for some Jordan fans, but it's just like I said, the Zesty Jeffries, I'm done with them, bro. I tell people all the time, man, we take abuse as LeBron fans. We take abuse as LeBron fans, bro. Every time we try to praise our GOAT, we have these people that come in and just say we're ridiculous, we're outlandish. Now we get called homosexuals. Now the other day, somebody was telling me, because I was praising LeBron James making 50,000, that it's sad that I was celebrating another man's accomplishments. And I'm like, yo, bro, you're talking about billions of sports fans who do the same thing. Like, there's billions of sports fans who celebrate what other men do. Like, I don't, how are you even, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not the conversation to have with me, because if you want to get personal, oh my God, it's gonna be a bad day for you when it comes to me. So let's let Peter in, and then we can let Ishmael get in too, because I know Ishmael got a lot to say. What you got for me, Peter? Because I think you got a question, or you had something to say.
Nah. I was gonna say I think it's much ado about nothing. Honestly, I think you guys are making a mountain out of a molehill. To be honest with you, when it comes to LeBron James and the mainstream media, it's way more love than it is hate. Now, it just so happens that the people who are haters happen to be very entertaining and very loud. But if you're doing it by the numbers, there's way, way, way more love. And even Stephen A. Smith. I mean, when did he get this reputation as being some sort of LeBron hater? Like the only time I can ever recall Stephen A. Smith ever really going in on LeBron is like after the 2011 finals. Outside of that, I've never heard him. I mean, see, the thing is with LeBron James fans though, y'all interpret Stephen A saying something like he has Jordan over LeBron or Kobe over LeBron. You guys interpret that as hate, just like the young kid Kai Cenat.
He don't. He has Jordan.
I think you just.
He has
I think
LeBron
you just
too.
putting things in.
No, hold on, let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. I'm gonna let you get him, Ishmael. Go ahead. Let him finish. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is the only two people I can outrightly say in the mainstream media that I would class as LeBron haters would be Stephen A. Smith. No, excuse me, Skip Bayless and Rob Parker. Those are the only two I could think of where I would say, yeah, them dudes just straight up don't like that dude, right? For the other people, them just saying, hey, I think Michael's the GOAT. For a lot of LeBron fans, that equates to hate. But you know what I'm saying? It doesn't, man. Like for me,
it is hate because there's the only reason to make Michael Jordan the GOAT is hating on LeBron.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's simple. It's simple. The only way to make Michael Jordan the GOAT is to hate on LeBron. I guarantee.
And that's really hyperbolic. Like think about this, right? Think about this, right? For me, when Steph Curry won that last championship in 2022, for me, I held that as his highest achievement in his career ever, above everything. You know why? Because that's my value system. My value system, the gold standard is winning a championship as your team's undisputed best player. Now, not only did he do that, he did that with a second option of Andrew Wiggins, a good player, not anything to write home about, right? So for me, when I judge the GOAT situation between Jordan and LeBron, I'm looking at the degree of difficulty. I'm looking at you had Dwayne Wade, a dude that averaged 35 in the finals, right? I'm looking at AD, a dude who's top 3 in. I'm just telling you, this is how I assess the game.
You know who else told me the same thing you saying? You know who else told me the same thing?
That's cap.
Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith says the same thing.
What part of it is cap?
Bro, you saying the same things.
Wade averaging 35, AD being a perennial top 3 guy in PER.
What part is cap? You kind of moved what you originally was talking about, though. You kind of originally moved what you were saying.
No, because Ajani made an argument that if you don't have LeBron as the GOAT, then you are automatically a hater.
I think that's
absurd.
And let me explain why. Hold on, wait, let me explain. Hold on, wait, I got you, Ishmael. Let me explain because he's trying to take my words and run with it, and he needs to come back because just like Zesty Jeffries always do, they can't hold on to the damn bag. Peter, you just brought up crediting Stephen Curry for winning the 2022 championship. That is the Zesty Jeffrey logic that was created by Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. This idea that one player or the best player of the team takes the credit for winning a championship is a false narrative. The 22 Warriors were a great team. Not only that, they had some good circumstances to help them get to as far as the finals in the first place, and they ended up winning that finals. That's because they were a really good team. They had a really good... You're talking about Andrew Wiggins' best year of his career, who was a #1 overall pick and who made the All-Star team, which you guys love to talk about All-Stars as help. Right? Now, you brought up 35 points per game in the finals. Dwayne Wade didn't do that with LeBron James. He did that with Shaq. He helped Shaq win the championship. No one says Shaq has 3 championships. No one. Again, the narratives you're speaking, the way you're judging it, like you said, your personal scale that you're using was given to you by the leaders of the Zesty Jeffrey Coalition, Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, because they believe Michael Jordan willpower led to 6 championships.
Can I say something?
No. 6-0 is predicated on that same logic, because what 6-0 means is that when the time comes to it, Jordan doesn't fail. But in reality, the time was there in the Eastern Conference Final. Jordan failed. The time was there during the Eastern Semis. Jordan failed. The time was there during the first round of the playoffs. Jordan failed. The time was there when Jordan joined the Wizards and grabbed the whole roster and GM and put a team together for him to win. That time was there. So it is a fake narrative to think that a player somehow willed his team to win on his own. Stephen Curry never did it. LeBron never did it. Bill Russell never did it. They won as a team. The guy who plays the best team basketball will give you the best chance of winning in any era.
Now, the argument wasn't that Stephen Curry willed his team and all of that. That wasn't the point that I was making. This idea that the quote-unquote Zesty Jeffries created an idea of placing a premium on winning is ridiculous. Placing a premium on winning is instinctive for human beings. Before I was ever a basketball fan, when I was living in Jamaica, right? The reason why we revered Pele in football was because not only was he a prolific goal scorer, it's because he won World Cups 3 in a row. That's why Pele is Pele. Did he have great players on his team? Absolutely. But when you think about soccer, you think about Pele. Why? What is the number one reason? Winning. I didn't need a zesty. That's what people. Why do people put Gretzky or Brady? It's not just the winning. But the number one thing is the winning, and always will be, and that's why LeBron stacked the deck.
Lying, because 11 championships don't make Bill Russell the GOAT. Stop lying about winning. Winning is not why Pele is the GOAT of soccer. He's the GOAT because he played the game the best. He scored the most goals, just like Messi. It's about what you do as an individual and production-wise. It's always been about your production. Tom Brady was never the GOAT because of 7 championships, because he has 70,000 yards. He has like 4 MVPs. He has so many other accolades. It's not about winning. Terry Bradshaw has 4 Super Bowls. Nobody puts him in front of Dan Marino. It's not about winning. It's not about winning. That is a Zesty Jeffrey logic created because we have to believe Jordan will-powered winning. We're going to end this conversation because I got to let Ishmael and we got Lamar in the building, so we got to let some folks in, okay? Yeah. Peter, you got to relax, brother. It's okay to be a Jordan fan.
No, I'm good. I didn't say nothing.
You just got to because you came at me and said I was all hyperbolic. But now I'm letting you know it's okay to know that you're just a Jordan fan. That's all you are. You're not nothing special.
Look, once again, though, it's not
just... No. Go, Ishmael. I get the last word there. Go, Ishmael, please.
Yeah, I think we're moving the conversation. I think Ajani was saying people don't put Jordan over LeBron because they think Jordan is like the GOAT based off his basketball. They think because they mostly hate LeBron and they use Jordan to diminish LeBron James pretty much. Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. Like they don't try to have an objective outlook on his career, and they use Jordan to diminish LeBron. And another thing is like you said a lot of things to me. It's just like you making it seem like LeBron James fans. Like I personally don't really care. I mean, like I'm not going to always be in defense of LeBron James. I think like Lamont and Ajani are more skilled and capable of doing it. I never really talked about the hate like that. I just talk about like how sports analysts and commentators are terrible at analyzing the sport, and YouTubers and streamers are better at it. And so I think that's the problem. But like the LeBron hate, like from an objective thing, you making it seem like LeBron James fans are just slow and dull with it. Like there's no freaking hate. Like it's obvious that the overabundance of hate LeBron James has on ESPN and major social media outlets and on streaming and YouTube and whatnot. And you said there was numbers that support the more love he got. What evidence do you have to support?
Yeah, I say it's more love. It's more love than hate.
No, he does get love though. He does get a lot of love.
I'm not saying.
No, I mean a lot. Because LeBron is big. LeBron is. I mean, we just made an R&B song for him. He got an R&B song now. We about to drop a hit.
Okay, I'm not saying he doesn't at all, but he's saying like there's more numbers in support of it and all this other stuff. I just would like to know what evidence you have to support that, because we can give I can give you a bunch of names, an abundance of names
Shit,
of
is
people.
jersey
Hold
sales, is
on,
shoe
bro. Hold on, bro.
sales.
Like, wait, once I'm done talking, you can go. You can go. Like, you could talk about Michael Wilborn, Jason Whitlock. Like, you could just go with like so many people just use his name in order to create hate. They talk about he's ruining the NBA and all this other stuff. They say like, come on, bro. Like, you've gone through YouTube and these sports channels and whatnot that talked about LeBron is ruining the league and the league's numbers is going down. Like, you can even just start off with that.
No,
Like,
but what he mean? I'm sorry, Ishmael, I mean to cut you off, but he means it's not by the media in general. He's talking about outside of the media. LeBron gets a lot of love. That's
different. But we're talking about the media though. Like,
yeah, I know we're talking about the media, but they got to find something. They're struggling. The Lakers are winning. They got good defense. LeBron is blocking shots. What else are you gonna do? What do you want them to do, Ishmael? They're scrambling. They're shuffling for shit.
I would like Peter to address that.
No, he's gonna go. He's gonna.
Like I said, Michael Wilborn, Jason Whitlock, a lot of people. We can give you names of people that just spent years diminishing this man's career and blaming the state of the NBA on him. So it's like Stephen A. Smith literally talked about how LeBron is basically a terrible father. He used Bronny James in order to make it seem LeBron is putting Bronny James in harm's way so he can go for his dream of being a basketball player. So what do you have to say to that?
Yeah, like they make up shit. You gotta be real.
I'm gonna sit out for a little bit. You know, I'm gonna let Lamont get in and I'm gonna chill out for a little bit.
Let's let Lamont, because I wanted to talk to Lamont. Lamont, you told us last night it wasn't gonna be 8 hours. I'm 7 hours in, bro. You got another 4 hours for me to watch, brother. What's good, man? What's
Nah, that's because that's because locker room pulled up, man, and low went and started going in on them, man. So I just had to let it go, man.
All right, so you hear what we talking, Lamont. Today's premise is that basically Stephen A. Smith and Charles Barkley went on national television saying that they're tired of the GOAT debate, right? That everything is predicated on the GOAT debate. They're upset now because they're saying, well, we can't talk about LeBron. They don't want to talk about LeBron being great, right? They can't talk about him being bad because there's nothing bad to talk about. LeBron's playing great. He's winning Player of the Month. We got even Stephen A. Smith mentioning Player of the Month, Lamont, the award itself. He mentioned it. And they're upset now. And I'm telling Zesty Jeffries, that's it. They got to accept the truce for now, because they're shuffling and scrambling for something. They can't find a narrative. Everything is bare in the cupboard for them.
Man, the one thing I was thinking about too, because Peter started talking about other sports. Mm-hmm. Did you know that the GOAT of every other sport, the number one thing in their bag that keeps them, that labels them as the GOAT, is longevity and sustained dominance? Like if you go to hockey and you look at Wayne Gretzky, he played 20 years, and the number one thing that they talk about with Wayne Gretzky is 20 years of dominance and sustained greatness. Right? He got losses in the finals, all that stuff, but he's the league's leading scorer, and it's not even close. Which LeBron James is going to finish as the league leading scorer, and it's not even going to be close. Mm-hmm. He has the most longevity and sustained dominance. If you go to all these other sports, that's what they label as the GOAT. It's just funny when we come to basketball. When people try to make up their mind trying to label GOATs, man, they get nasty, man.
You know what?
For Peter to say that he only named Peter only named 3 potential haters in the media. I'm gonna tell you all the list. I'm gonna tell you the full list of LeBron James haters in the media. I'm not even talking about YouTube. You got Skip Bayless. You got Jason Whitlock. You got Rob Parker. You got Doug Gottlieb. Bill Simmons. Hold on, y'all. My dog going crazy. We got Chris. No, Chris Broussard used to be. He kind of shifted a little bit. You still got Stephen A. Smith. You got Barkley, Paul Pierce at times, Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen.
Wait, which one? Because there's 2 Scottie Pippens. Which Scottie Pippen? There's 2 Scottie Pippens.
We're talking about Scottie Pippen after the Last Dance.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
He's a
All right,
LeBron hater?
hold on, you got Ethan Strauss, Howard Beck, Henry Abbott. If you know any of these people, they own media and they write and they're writers. You got Mark Heisler, you got Frank Isola, Mark Luptica. He's a super hater. You got Chris Mannix, David Aldridge, Bob Ryan is another old head super hater. Jack McCollum, another old head super hater. Mark Stein, Bruce Arthur, Rick Riley, all writers who write for who now are online writers now majority. Greg Doyle is a big time hater.
Did you say Rick Bucher? Did you bring in Rick Bucher?
Yeah, I could say Rick Bucher and I could say Sam Amico. I got Kurt, Highland, Chris Sheridan, Sam Smith for sure. Peter Vesey, definitely a hater. Mark Medina, definitely a hater. Keith Pompey, hater. Chad Ford, hater. All these are haters. These are all people in the media. For him to pretend, because he only knows of a few people, he pretend like the media is flooded with people that all they do is say negative stuff about LeBron. What do all these guys have in common? All they do is propagate up the 90s and pretend as if the 90s was this gold standard of basketball that we never seen. All of them.
I got a question. Don't some of these people vote for the awards and stuff too?
The majority of them vote for awards.
So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but see, again, I take issue with how we're classifying the word hater. And it just goes to show you that, a lot of times, I'm not going to lie, I do feel like a dinosaur walking around because 2025 is not, let's take it outside of basketball. Just society.
I can tell you why they haters. I can use your example.
No, real quick.
You talked about, no, let's not get away from this. You talked about 2011. You said the biggest, you talked about how LeBron James.
No, I said that's when the criticism
You said the criticism turned up. It impacted his legacy, all this, that, and the other. Okay, that's just, and you know what? I'll rock with that. Yeah. The arguable best player in the league at the time, Kobe Bryant, does it not impact his legacy that he gets swept as the defending champions? And also many of these same writers, right? And it was actually none of them even mentioned this other than a handful of them. Back at the time, Tom Haverstraw was probably the only one that wrote about it. But there were sentiments in the Laker organization that Kobe Bryant quit on his team in 2011. Right? But nobody wrote about it. Nobody talked about it. Those two performances to end that series as they got swept, 17 points. He quit on his team. But none of these guys hated on Kobe the way they went and ran to LeBron to go hate on LeBron. And Kobe was at that time arguably the best player in the league. Yeah, he can have quitting allegations on his team. He can get swept by the same team that beat LeBron. And they were defending champions. He had a legitimate team. There was no excuse for it. How come that didn't impact Kobe's legacy? Why don't we hear these narratives? See, the same thing. We can pinpoint any player in NBA history, and they all have low moments.
Is that
never say those moments change their legacy.
Lamont, or can I answer that?
It's only with LeBron James where when LeBron James has a low moment, we say it impacts his legacy. Kobe's low moments don't impact his legacy. Jordan's low moments don't impact his legacy. Bill Russell's low moment don't impact his legacy. Wilt's low moments don't impact. Kareem's low moments don't impact his. The only player where their low moments impact their legacy is LeBron. That's how we know it's hate. That's how we know you're just making this up on the fly. And as you sit there and try to think of ways to try to act as if other players are getting criticized to the same degree, just be mindful that every time LeBron James makes a mistake, big or small, you guys claim it impacts his legacy.
I wouldn't say to the same degree, right? Because
Peter Baggers, we're not dumb. Quit pretending like we're dumb as you some older mind that's seen more basketball than us. We see the same thing.
Lamont, let's have an exchange here. I think it's better radio that
way. How can we have an exchange? Like, we got to stop having exchanges of illogical stuff. This is not even something that should be debated.
Right, but see
that's the thing. To contest this is wild.
That's the thing with LeBron fans. You guys are authoritarian.
I'm just a fan of basketball, and that's the thing with LeBron James haters. Y'all label anything as a LeBron James fan. That's how we know you're a hater.
Lamont,
Because
you're a
anytime we
despot.
say anything that goes against these odd standards that you set,
But
you say,
you
"Oh,
want
you're
to
a LeBron
be
James fan." No, I'm a fan of basketball.
Hey, Johnny, you know what a LeBron fan is? Y'all are Kim Jong
No,
Un, right?
no, a
Anybody?
LeBron James hater.
Whoa! No, we not. I'm
Any,
not King Jong Un. I
yes,
am Che
Lamont is
Guevara. No,
Kim
I
Jong
am
Un.
Che Guevara. I am Che. No. I am
And that's why
Che
he's scared to pull
Guevara.
up.
I'm a freedom fighter. Okay, and I fight for the freedom of. You know what you sound like, to be honest with you. And Ishmael's gonna love this. You sound like the white people who tell me that I play victim when I bring up white supremacy and racism.
Dude,
When we
Lamont
bring,
would behead me.
No.
Lamont would behead me if he had the power. I could
No,
hear it in his voice.
No, he wouldn't, because Lamont let you up
He
every time.
would.
Just he said he would. He said, see,
He'd send me to the firing squad.
And you know what? I've had
Peter
white
Beck,
people
you don't
tell
gotta
me.
lie, my guy. Don't make up
Listen,
stuff. Don't lie.
I've had white people tell me I'm as worse as the KKK, although a black man has never lynched a white man. Although a black man has never done none of the things the KKK have never organized. No black organization has ever done anything as terrifying and as terroristic as the KKK has. And you are doing the same thing. No LeBron fan is as delusional, zesty, as hateful as a zesty Jeffrey. We do not do those things.
Peter,
we do
tell
not
me-
do
tell
those
me-
things.
Did you hear what Lamont just said though?
Peter, tell me how
Lamont
Kobe
just
losing to
said-
the Mavs impacted his legacy.
Right. So that's actually what I wanted to get on. Kobe was much more soundly criticized for what happened in that game. I believe it was game 7.
Not what I asked you.
In the 2000, brother. Can I? Let me.
How
let me
did it
rock out.
impact Kobe's legacy?
Brother, I'm not getting interrogated here. I'm having a conversation. You can't. I won't allow you to interrogate me. So if that's what's gonna happen, there's no point. You know what I'm saying? I'm 43 years old, brother.
Bro, man, answer the question.
But don't bring up 07. But don't bring
I
up
don't-
07. Don't bring up 07 though, because
No,
07.
no.
We're not talking about 07.
So the reason why Kobe didn't get criticized in 2011 was because he was coming off of making 3 consecutive finals and winning 2. So it's called having cachet. Now in 2007,
Where did this come
what's
from?
that?
Yeah, who said this? Who defined that?
Oh, hold on, wait. LeBron. So LeBron don't got cachet?
No, I'm telling
Who
you the
defines
reason
that?
why.
Like that is
He
who
asked a
defines
question. He asked a question. Who's that? Ishmael?
Yeah, who defines
Right.
I want to hear him answer this. Let me get this.
Right.
I need
It's
to hear
called
this. I need to hear this.
it's called common sense, Ishmael.
Oh
If you
my
go to
God.
3,
Your comment. No, that's your comment.
if you go to, hold on, brother, hold on. Just like the Dirk example that I brought up, right? Nobody has benefited off of one championship more than Dirk Nowitzki, and Dirk was getting absolutely disemboweled after that 2007 debacle, and nobody can deny that.
You are all over the place,
Right?
man.
Now, when he redeemed himself in 2011 with that playoff run, because of the players that he beat in that run,
Why are you talking about Dirk?
It kind of absolved. I'm using it as a parallel, Lamont. Do you know how argument theory works?
Where'd you get this?
This is how
Like,
argument theory works, Lamont. I know you guys in this
but you know what,
basketball
but you
space
still-
think you guys
but you
are
still doing-
intellectuals and basketball is rocket science. It's not.
But Peter, you're
It's
doing the
not.
same. You're doing exactly what Charles Barkley said. Everything's about Michael Jordan and LeBron.
It's not. I just
no,
brought
no,
up
wait,
Dirk.
hold on,
That's why I'm bringing
wait.
up- I'm bringing up other examples.
If Dirk would have beat the Chicago Bulls in 2011, there would have been no redeeming of his name.
Huh?
They wouldn't have cared.
If
he would have
Dirk
beat the
Nowitzki
Bulls in
would have beat
2011?
if the Dirk Nowitzki Dallas Mavericks would have beat the Chicago Bulls in the NBA Finals in 2011, it would have not redeemed his legacy.
Yeah, not to the degree that it did beating LeBron and Wade in their prime. Of course not. Like, duh.
Why not? He beat the MVP, Derrick Rose.
Yeah, but Derrick Rose doesn't compare to a prime LeBron and Wade. It don't even
when you have, again, like I said, when you carry a zesty Jeffrey logic, that's how you think, because you think LeBron and Wade alone should make a factor enough for that no one should be able to lose with those two guys. That is a false narrative.
No. That's not the point that I was making. I'm saying that just like, for example, when Dwayne Wade won his championship, and in the manner that he won, right? Not all
See,
championships
it
aren't.
wasn't. It wasn't the
I'm
Wayne
making
Wade's
a point.
championship. It wasn't the Wayne Wade's championship.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. There's a reason why they're first teams and MVPs and all of that sort of stuff. We know it's a team sport.
Has nothing to do with winning a championship.
Let me
has
finish.
nothing to do with winning a championship.
Ajani.
No, because you have to start changing how you talk, Peter.
Hold on. Listen. When the pride hunts, everybody eats. But guess what?
Oh my God.
Somebody listen.
What is this nigga talking about?
Somebody gets the lion's share of the meal. That's how that works. When you
Johnny,
the
when
big,
they bring up,
when you
yes,
the big
it's called
dog,
a franchise contract, not the championship, not credit.
Who's the gentleman that was just speaking? Is that Q? What's your name, brother?
But his name is Erky Man. Shout out to Erky
Man. Erky Man. Listen to me, brother. This is how life works.
No, it doesn't.
Are regarded,
No, Peter. No, I'm sorry, Peter. No, Peter, this is not how life works. This is how life works when you were born and raised in the 90s and you listen to R. Kelly and Puff Daddy. No.
Bro, hey, Johnny,
stop
he think
it.
he's Malcolm X now.
No, it's not. They think that they know basketball.
Somebody gets a big piece of chicken, Johnny. That's just how that goes.
Not in basketball. Not in basketball. Not in basketball. No.
So, all right, so there's no GOAT then. Why are we talking about a GOAT in a team sport?
All right, Lamont. Okay, Lamont. Last night.
Why are we talking about a GOAT in a team sport?
I'm gonna let you get in very quick, Erky Man. Give me a second. Lamont, last night's show, Reggie took the show to a left turn because he wanted to talk about choking, right? And today's show, I brought up how the idea of choking is predicated on the GOAT debate as well, because somebody has to have the credit for winning, so someone has to be held accountable for losing. And when you get the credit for winning, you can't be held accountable for losing. So when Jordan's greatness of beating the Utah Jazz, beating the Sonics, beating the Phoenix Suns, they didn't choke versus Jordan. That's just Jordan being Jordan, right? But when you're LeBron James and you lose, and they want like a James Harden, with Paul George, all these names that were brought up last night, they don't. The team that beat them doesn't get credit for beating them. They just choked. So it has to be one or the other, and that's predicated on zesty Jeffrey logic, which is what Peter's trying to preach to us right now, but we're not trying to listen.
Remember what I asked him? I said, "Can you choke as a defender?" Because I said, like, when you start asking questions and you really start trying to define how they label people that choke, you start to really realize that, oh, this was created just to kind of label a few people that you don't like. It wasn't created to be used universally as a standard. It was just created because, oh, this player I don't like how he lost, or I want to tease him about how he lost. So let me just create this term. And that's why when you try to apply it other places across the board on the defensive side of the ball, it don't really make no sense. And so you are right. It's just a way for them to give one guy credit for all the wins. And that only truly started with Michael Jordan, giving one guy credit, because we didn't get that sense with Larry Bird and the Celtics in the 80s. We didn't get that sense with Isaiah Thomas in the 80s. We didn't start getting this sense about one player doing all the winning by himself until Jordan in the 90s. That's how they led them to believe, right? Before then, it was team, because they talked about McHale and the greatness of that dynasty team. They talked about Magic, Worthy, Kareem, and the dynasty and the dynasty team. They're so bad in the 90s that they don't even want to give Scottie Pippen credit. They don't even want to label it as a super team, even though Scottie Pippen was top 10 in MVP 5 times, first team All-NBA almost every year in the 90s, first team All-Defense a whole bunch of years, ranked as a top 6 player in the league the majority of the 90s. They don't even want to give him credit. So their minds are just completely warped. They don't know how to think basketball. They don't understand the game. They make up a whole bunch of stuff. And then Peter Bagjuice is still scrambling and scraping, trying to explain to us why he gave Kobe a pass for losing, quitting on his team in 2011, getting swept by the Dallas Mavericks, getting dominated by the same 2 players that they claim dominated LeBron. Dominated. But he won't hold Kobe. He won't hold Kobe's feet to the fire. He won't hold none of the players' feet to the fire that so-called choked, according to their definition, other than LeBron James.
Listen, gentlemen, I'm not going nowhere. Tonight's show's not ending no time soon, ladies and gentlemen. We got over 1,000 people. We got close to 1,200 people watching us right now, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up. We only got over about 200 some comments on 200 likes on FYF. We should be like at 500 likes, brothers. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to both channels, FYF Sports Debate, GOAT James Kingdom channel. We're doing big things. We're talking the game of basketball. And we're gonna let all you gentlemen speak. We're gonna have a great conversation. This is what today's show is about. This is what the Friday Night Exposure is always about, and what both our platforms is about is actually talking the game. And Lamont, the real reason this discourse will continue this way and why the GOAT debate will continue and it won't stop no matter what Stephen A and them say is the fact is that there's two different dialogues in basketball. There's the dialogue that Zesty Jeffries want to have, and there's the dialogue that basketball fans want to have. And that is going to continue to happen until we continually, like you said, poke and prod, and like Peter said, investigate and interrogate these Zesty Jeffries for their horrible logic. We can't have these guys just saying silly things because they want to say silly things. You got to be able to talk the game. So let's let Erky Man up in here. Thank you for joining me. We're having fun. You hear the conversation. What's your take for tonight's show, brother?
Yeah, what up, Ajani? Like, bro, like, you got grown-ass men up here lying. Like, they come up here and say, everybody, all superstars, and the number one on the team get criticized. Jordan them get criticized, and Charles Barkley and all them got criticized like LeBron. Bro, Bronny got drafted. They said that affects LeBron's legacy. Now, how was that basketball? Where did that ever become basketball, bro? So when they be talking and they act like they telling the truth and be like, yeah, I've been on Earth 10 more years than you. That don't mean you know basketball. You dumb as fuck. Yeah, bro. Bro, they goofy, dog. I don't be understanding it.
And they get mad because I can hear the passion in your voice, because I can tell like you go through abuse just trying to talk basketball. Just for simple, it's simple abuse. It doesn't make sense. We can't even be basketball fans because.
Can I say one thing real quick before I get out of here? Because Peter typed in the chat. He said Pippen wasn't top 10 in 1998. Pippen was top 10 in MVP voting in 1988, only playing 40-something games. That's how good he was. But
he was all NBA and all defensive. He was on all defensive first team.
Also, and I'm gonna tell you what else. This is how you know the 90s is full of overhyped, extra zesty fans. Check this out. In 1995, when Jordan came back, he only played 17 games. How did this man get cracked top 10 in MVP vote?
Exactly.
Because he's Jordan, nigga. What the hell are you talking about?
Because you're dealing with a whole bunch of hyped up fans.
Nigga, he voters. Jay.
Hyped up. No, hold on. First of all, I thought y'all said he wasn't back ready yet. I thought
nigga, that's Jay. That's Jay, nigga.
Hold on, Peter. Because so if he was,
there you go, Peter. Be a Jordan fan. Go ahead.
Hold on. So if he was Jay, then why don't you give him credit for choking? Since he was Jay, how come you don't give him credit for choking against the Orlando Magic, 2 back-to-back turnovers in the clutch, and getting ousted by a young team, the Orlando Magic, that got swept by the Houston Rockets?
Hey, Lamont, what they be saying? Participation trophies.
Because the nigga came back and power bombed him through a fucking table off the top rope the next year. That's why, nigga.
Hey, a lot of you Jordan fans is goofy, bro. Y'all niggas grew up. Y'all didn't watch TV. Y'all didn't even have no TV in the 80s. So y'all niggas be coming up here capping.
Yeah, you just.
Yeah, nigga said we ain't had no TV. Well, you thought we had horse and carriages in the 80s?
No, y'all was going to y'all granny. Y'all was going to y'all granny.
Hey, y'all know how. Listen. Y'all know how bad I've been influencing people in social media. I got Lamont to say zesty. That is hilarious.
How did Jordan choke in the 95? How did that affect his legacy? Because he choked like no other.
It really didn't, because of what happened prior to that and after that. You see what I'm saying? That's just like Dirk. Did you hear Dirk?
I got you.
Did you hear my Dirk example, Lamont?
No. Yeah, he did. Peter. Okay, Peter. All right, so Kobe redeemed himself.
Real quick.
Wait. Kobe
redeemed
himself.
Dirk never had a 2011, then
Okay,
his career
we
would
get
have
it.
been
Yes, we
way.
get it. We get it. We don't gonna do the ifs. We're not gonna do the ifs. We're gonna stick with what he said. We have the 2011. We have the Kobe back-to-back finals after Shaq. We have that. We have the Jordan
Right.
three-peat after the choke. We have all of that.
Right.
Are you telling me that LeBron James has nothing after 2011 to redeem himself so that we don't even have to mention 2011
No,
anymore?
absolutely.
He got 4
Absolutely.
chips
No.
after that.
Listen, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
26. I give him a lot of credit for 2016. But again, if I'm lining it up against Jordan, he had an inordinate, amount of talent compared to Jordan. Like he stacked the deck. I just don't.
See, Lamont, the credit.
it
There
don't
go the
weigh out.
credit. There go the credit. He can't. No, he doesn't get. He doesn't get
compared to everyone else.
No, but that's the thing, Lamont. It's about. That's why this idea of who is leader and credit and willpower. Again, Jordan is given the credit for doing more with less. That's what they're trying to say. That because of Jordan's willpower.
Right, that's a fact.
That's not a fact. That's not a fact.
That's a fact.
No,
but wait,
like
hold
98,
on.
like
I'm sorry, wait a
in
minute.
98,
What
in
stars
98
did he
when
have?
Pippen was Brokeback Mountain, that was pretty much
Bro,
all Will right there.
When Pippen was
Are we
broke
talking
down
about
and all
Pippen
that, you
Love?
could say when you was
Wait,
when you saying that, bro, he was going against people
Oh,
like
wait,
Reggie
I got
Miller.
this. Oh, wait. No. I got this. In 1998, who besides Karl Malone averaged more than 10 points since you were bringing up scoring and how good talent is? What talent was Michael Jordan facing in 1998? Who averaged more than 10 points per game besides Karl Malone in 1998's NBA Finals?
Shit, I don't know. Howard Isley?
He wasn't even on the team.
Hey, look what type of people they bring up though.
And
that's
Antoine
supposed to-
Carr? I don't know.
And that's supposed to equal out to KD, Clay, Draymond, and Steph.
So that goes to show you. Look, that goes to show you what Lamont was saying about how trash it was back then. That a broke back Scottie Pippen was the third best scorer outside of Michael Jordan and Karl Malone in those NBA Finals.
Nah,
That shows you how
Stockton
trash that NBA was.
Stockton had to average 10.
No, he didn't.
Assists. He averaged
He
10
ain't
assists.
average 10 points in those finals? Let me go look it up. That sound like cap. Let me go look.
Go look it up.
Bro, you didn't even have to go look. I know Steph, KD, and Draymond and Steph were way better than Reggie Miller team. I know Tim Duncan and them better than Karl Malone.
And Ajani, I asked them too. I said, so y'all got this weird definition of choke, but then you can also do something called unchoke. You can unchoke yourself. So basically what Peter's explaining is Kobe choked and Jordan choked, but they unchoked by doing stuff after. Like, this is how you know it's one of the dumbest things ever created.
That's
This is how
hell.
you know.
That's funny. That's
They
funny.
unchoked.
He said
And-
unchoked.
So you saying there's a basketball? You saying there's a basketball Heimlich maneuver? Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what they
Okay,
say.
Peter, in
maneuver.
1998, the Karl Malone averaged 25 points per game. The next player averaged 10.7 in Jeff Hornacek. John Stockton averaged 9.7 points per game
Trash.
in that NBA Finals.
They don't say John Stockton choked because that's definitely not his average.
And guess what? And Jeff Hornacek shot 41% for that series.
Trash.
Yeah, the Jazz choked.
Hey, they just say, no, it's the Jordan effect. They looked into his eyes and they ran home. Like, bro, no, bro. Them niggas just had a bad series.
In fact, Scottie Pippen averaged 15.7 points per game that series, right? And Kukoc averaged 15 points per game that series, shooting 500% from the field, 50% from the field. So Jordan had two players that were scoring more than the next best player outside of Karl Malone. And that's with Jordan taking an absorbent amount of shots. I think Jordan took, let me see here, if I'm correct, 164 shots in 6 games is what? Yeah, that's damn near 30 shots per game.
Yeah, he always took that many shots.
You got to think that 15 points means a lot more when a lot of them games was only going to the high 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, it was the average score was 88 to 80, and y'all call that great basketball.
So that 15 points is what you're talking about. That 15 points is like 15% of the team scoring, so it's even more magnified.
More than 15%. It's more than 15%.
Johnny and Lamont. Me and my pops, we went back and we watched, like, I was like, okay, I'm about to watch one of these old games with my pops or whatever. He like, bro, why you even got that on? That's trash. And he a Jordan fan. Like, bro, like the games, like a lot of them games was terrible, bro.
It wasn't back
Hey,
then. That's what y'all understand. Back then, it wasn't. It was great back then.
Well, no, I'm saying it wasn't then. It was what I'm saying. Yeah, it wasn't then. But now, if you look at it and how way basketball played after that, bro, and you like, bro, the spacing terrible. You like, you can't go over there and double team. Somebody just got 1-on-1, and these same people come up here and be like, you can't play defense now. Oh, they soft. Bro, man, Jordan was crying in the 90s. Well, he was crying in the 80s talking about people thugs and all that. Going to the commission and talking about people thugs and beating him up and all that. Man, come on, man.
Let me tell you something. If you was to come
James Kingdom,
if you was to go to like the average park in Miami in like the 80s or 90s and watch dudes.
Here we go.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about this at times, taking it outside of the NBA, just society in general, right?
Y'all was out there gang banging. Stop it, man.
I'm not talking
about gang. I'm not talking about gang banging.
He said, "Come on, Lamont,
I'm just saying.
Lamont, they said he was out there smoking dope. Everybody thought it was coming back up.
Indiana, Lamont.
No, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Ajani. Society in general is way more vaginal than it ever was. Like you can't.
I don't think that's the right word, brother. I don't think you used the right word, brother.
You can't call somebody the F word no more. You know what I'm saying?
You old niggas freaky. Y'all always gotta.
No.
Y'all always gotta change something into some weird stuff. We talking basketball, bro.
Basketball right now. I'm
you know what I'm saying? Like when we used to
man,
play.
you know what? Hey, Erky man, it's not our fault, Erky man. We grew up listening to R. Kelly, man. We grew up listening to R. Kelly, man. I'm telling you, man.
It was just it was a rugged time. It was just a more rugged time. Like it wasn't like we used to never play no. We used to play no and ones. I don't know if y'all play like that in y'all neighborhood.
Stop lying, man. Stop lying.
Hold wait, Lamont. I can vouch. No, I can vouch for Peter because Miami's different. We're not
like
other
cities. That's some Miami shit, Lamont. I'm
Miami's
telling you,
different.
if you look, that's what I'm saying.
Different. We different.
If you call foul, no bucket. Man, that's how we used to play. Like,
hold on.
Yeah, they got nothing to do with the NBA. But go ahead.
Talk about some war stories.
Yeah, we was warriors, bro. What you want me to tell you?
Johnny, bro, this is basketball.
I gotta hear what Lamont says. Go ahead, Lamont. I gotta hear what Lamont says. Hold on, wait. Wally's in the building. Shout out to Wally. Go ahead.
This is how he's finessing it, right? Because I've been to plenty of gyms. Right, even in Indiana, this happens because it's different from it goes gym to gym. Some gyms, they real strict about the foul calls. If you don't call foul exactly and you don't say the word foul, you're not getting a foul. So a lot of times when we hooping, especially after that N1 mixtape era, people would go to the basket, get fouled, and they would say N1. And a lot of times it would start a big argument because people would be like, you said N1, you didn't say foul. So at the end of the day, when Peter's basically saying is he was on the court with a whole bunch of petty motherfuckers, which ultimately to me, that's soft. Because if you
Lamont,
N1, that's a hack.
No, Lamont, no. I'm saying,
Lamont,
no, you got it wrong. You got it wrong.
No, Peter, I defended you. You good, bro?
He got it wrong though. He got it wrong.
No, I know, he's not wrong because Lamont. Listen, Lamont is from the Indiana. He got the country thugs. We from Miami.
No, I get that. Thugs. But he thinks that I'm talking about calling and one versus calling foul. No, yes, I'm saying. No, listen. When I say there's no and ones, listen to what I'm saying. Listen, brother.
You can't have and ones and pick up
Lamont,
all anyway.
Just listen, brother. Listen, brother.
Or you check it out,
brother. Listen.
Listen
what I'm saying.
Anyway, you act like
if you go to the basket, and you get hit and you say foul and the ball goes in, no point.
Yes, I know. That's universal. What are you talking about?
Well, like you see, that's why I be saying these niggas be goofy, bro. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute. That's universal?
Bro, see in the 80s, and 70s, a lot of y'all was playing.
Hold on, Erky. I want to get this clear.
Y'all was playing for work.
Hold on, Erky. I want to get this clear. Not calling and one, Lamont. I'm saying.
Hold on.
If you get fouled on a jump shot and you say foul and the ball goes in the basket, you don't get a point.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you right now. Hold on. This is what I'm telling you.
That's cap.
Hold on,
What is
Peter.
y'all talking about?
Peter,
Everybody
Peter,
play and one now.
Peter,
What
listen
is
to what
y'all
I'm
talking
saying.
about?
Listen to what I'm saying, Peter. It depends on the court you at. Because certain gyms, like I can go to one gym in this neighborhood. If you call foul and you make the shot, it's bucket. But you can go to another gym across the street and they rules in that gym. If you call foul, make or miss, we checking it up. At any time, if you stop play, it just depends on the gym. So it just so happened you making it. You're pretending as if the court you was at. If you call foul, we got to check it up. You say and one. That's just the rules of that happened everywhere.
Lamont, we was
Hold on,
warriors
no,
in the
stop.
90s,
We're not
brother.
gonna go back and forth. Hold on, wait, we're not gonna go back and forth because I'm not gonna stay
We
here all long.
was warriors, Lamont.
Hold on, wait, I'm
sorry.
gonna I gotta let Dr. Enke get in. Hold on, I gotta let Dr. Enke get in. But this is why I call Zesty Jeffrey Zesty, and this is another problem. You see how he went down this warrior path, this what you call it, war stories, right?
Yeah,
It gets, you start bringing up, you start bringing up, it's a personal conversation for these guys. It's a personal conversation. They're personally invested in Michael Jordan's greatness. Because that's how they play the game. That's how they live life. It's a motto. Exactly. And so for them, so for them, and then it becomes a problem when you don't have the same philosophy in your life. That's like somebody. I always tell people this: if you like Nas, more than likely you're a LeBron fan. If you like Jay-Z, more than likely you're a Jordan fan. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of carrying yourself. They love to make it a personal thing. It's not personal, bro. It does depend on your court. Some courts allow and one, some courts don't. Like Lamont said, some courts say you got to call a foul. Some courts don't even say you can't call a foul unless it's guaranteed, unless we all agree.
If you like Drake,
this is how we know Peter don't hoop. This is how we know Peter don't hoop.
You know what? You're right. If you do like Drake, you do like LeBron.
You like LeBron. Same mentality.
And if you
soft-ass Canadian nigga crying over a bitch.
That's true. And if you a Zesty Jeffrey, you go after a dude who goes on records lying about being a pro-revolutionary while having a mixed wife and mixed children, and you out here beating women, and we all know it, and you still around here lying about pedophilia, and you still going around here saying they're the best person, and you listen to them all day long, and you break streaming records for that individual. Let me let Enki in. Hold on, wait.
I don't understand. I just want to say this because Rap God pointed out something funny because it's like he's talking about these war stories and tough and physicality and stuff. It's like Jordan, like you're not a real Jordan fan because Jordan complained to David Stern, bro. Like he complained about the physicality, the flagrant.
But that shit got nothing to do with the NBA. That shit got nothing to do with the NBA.
But I'm just saying though, it's like nobody plays basketball. Is not. Come on.
Bro, I'm in Detroit, bro.
Is that locker room? Oh, you know what? Oh, I forgot to shout out ABZ Bang. Shout out to AWeezy Bang. Y'all make sure to support AWeezy Bang. We got Locker Room in the building. Locker Room is an angry Laker fan that is trolling everybody on social media. What's good, Locker Room? He says, "Hey Lamont, I want to thank you and Lo for the advice."
I didn't give him no advice. I didn't give him no advice. That was all
What y'all
Lo.
doing in the locker room, bro? He's my guy.
Yeah, the Locker Room is good. I always tell Locker Room that Locker Room takes shots at me and Goat James
the other
Kingdom.
day. He getting mad at me now.
Hey, bro.
It's a Laker thing.
Peter
It's between Laker
Juice.
fans. He says his name is Peter Bag.
Let me say this. Let me just add this.
No. Hold on, wait, Erky man, please, Erky man. I gotta because you know what, Dr. Enke has been very patient. Let the brother speak. Thank you for joining me again. It is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. What are we exposing tonight, sir?
A couple of things. The first thing I want to say is all of that 80s and 90s was tough. The 80s and 90s, they was fat drug addicts that was out of shape. Anybody that played basketball know if you are not fast enough and in shape enough to guard the person that's in front of you, you can grab them and hold them and grab their shorts and grab their waist and all that and try to make up for your lack of athleticism with butching and fouling and hacking and all that. Like, we got to stop acting like they wasn't compensating for being out of shape. That's number one. Number two, the hate of LeBron has morphed because LeBron is just going so far and beyond anything that they thought was possible. Now they trying to change the GOAT debate, and all of a sudden they want to make it seem like they appreciating the game, and they're adding in, oh yeah, well Steph is in the GOAT debate as well, and you know we got to make sure that we are mentioning KD as a GOAT as well, and yeah, I think Giannis should be in the GOAT debate as well with LeBron James, and so it's just turning into any type of way to diminish what LeBron has done as an individual. And then it gets so crazy. Candace Owens jumped off the top rope today. Candace Owens did a whole show covertly attacking Bronny, but making it seem like she was directing her attention to LeBron. Like, yeah, we know Bronny has no way. He doesn't belong in the NBA. And I'm not disrespecting Bronny. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about his dad because Bronny is so horrible. He played for 15 minutes without a bat. I'm like, how is Candace Owens even qualified to comment now on whether LeBron is showing nepotism or Bronny this and that? All of this off of a clip that nobody can even hear audio from, with LeBron confronting Stephen A. Smith, and the whole confrontation had nothing to do with whether Bronny was good or not, or whether Bronny should get critiqued or not. It had to do with the fact that everybody knows Stephen A. off of his homeboy, his OG, Skip Bayless, made a career off of criticizing Bron. And so Bron is like, listen, whatever we got going on between us, let's keep it as men. Let's keep it between us. Don't bring my kid into this. You know what I'm saying? If he's not good, if he's not a good player, then treat him like a bad player. Bad players don't get press. Bad players don't get talked about every day on multiple channels and shows. You never hear about them. They just out there. They come in for garbage time. They might score a basket. They might not score a basket. Nobody discusses them. So if he's not a good player, he shouldn't be discussed. Let's keep it manly. Let's keep it between, let's keep it upstairs. And I'm just trying to see how far this hate gonna go, where you got people like Candace Owens jumping off the top ropes. I just want to throw that out there to the family in the kingdom, and see what everybody else thought about that.
Yeah, no, she was commentating the game last night.
That's just some algorithm stuff, brother. You don't read into that.
She has zesty Jeffrey logic. She got some little zesty Jeffrey logic in there. But hold on, hey Lamont, locker room said 30K in less than 24 hours. Thanks Lamont and Low. Did he make a video of you?
No. What happened was like during the stream, like later on in the stream, I guess he was picking at Low about like Low's back. Like he was basically trying to tease Low, saying, "Look, you look like you can't hoop because he's a bigger guy." And so basically, So basically, what Low did was Low pulled his channel up, and so Low pulled locker room channel up, and he started going through all his videos, and he was like, at the 5-minute mark, you just put a whole bunch of black screen filler content in 8 minutes. So Low deemed a new term. He said,
I remember that.
He said,
he stat padding in your videos. Yeah, he said.
Yeah. And so Low was joking, right? So Low was joking, but I guess locker room, but he's still talking about it, so it must have really hit it must have hit a soft spot.
Locker room gets these YouTube streets. Locker room gets these. It's free for all. Locker room is by himself. Shout out to the locker room. He rolls solo dolo. And locker room got something to say, he gonna say it and he gonna stand 10 toes down. So shout out to the locker room, man. Always appreciate the locker room. Even though I told you, you have officially not been invited to the parade on Crenshaw. As a Laker fan, you need to change your behavior and you need to get on board with what we're doing over here, because we're gonna have a parade in June. And once you get along and you feel comfortable about AR, I know you feel comfortable about that defense. I know I told you about that defense. You didn't believe me when I told you that defense was gonna be better. We playing great defense now, and when we watch tomorrow's night's game, you will also feel the same way about it. But you're gonna change your feelings about AR very shortly, and we're gonna be celebrating a parade, man, in June on Crenshaw, man. We're gonna have a great time, man. So shout out to you, man. But bringing up the stuff about LeBron James, but you were talking about Dr. Enke, right? This dude right here says that when LeBron retires, the ratings will increase. That's a lie. Because didn't they just have an in-season tournament with the OKC Thunder, all right? With the OKC Thunder and Giannis, which you just brought up, Giannis, Dr. Enke, about how Giannis should be in the GOAT debate from the Zesty Jeffrey logic. Why didn't they watch that more than they watched LeBron versus the Pacers last year with Darvin Ham as their coach?
Because they be lying.
Hey, Johnny.
Huh?
Hey, Johnny. Look at his avatar though.
I know he holding it down.
He got a 1995 album on there.
But listen, they some halfway crooks because they come up on here, they get shook. That's what happens. They some halfway crooks. All right, they don't want nothing with the GOAT James Kingdom. I keep telling y'all, nobody want no smoke with Ajani, bro. Y'all need to just relax and just talk basketball. It'll be better off for you talking basketball, right? Because Peter, you had fun last night, right? We watched the game together. You had a great time watching the game. Right?
Nah, I came on there fully expecting the Lakers to lose so I could talk shit. So I was very disappointed. And that nigga Cat Williams needed not Cat. I said Cat Williams. That nigga Cat whatever his goddamn. He needs to be drawn and quartered. They need 4 horses and tie each limb and pull that nigga body apart.
Hey,
that dude is horrible.
Hey, Johnny, but they say they not hating though.
Yo,
Lamont,
what up?
I need you to understand this because I kind of.
I was definitely hating.
No, listen, I know Lamont agrees with me. Listen, look, I know Lamont agrees with me. They have this thing about big men. They have this idea that big men still make a difference in the game just being big. They just think as long as you got some big guys out there, you have a chance. Can you please help these guys understand? And I'm gonna play Kenny Smith right quick, and I'm gonna let Charles Barkley speak on this because they were both saying the same thing about big men and the Karl Anthony Towns thing. They really think going to Karl Anthony Towns in the post was gonna somehow win that ball game for them last night. So let's let Kenny Smith play. Let me see if I got it at the right spot.
Got 2 rounds before they get to OKC.
Okay, and so then they got Denver.
Yeah.
They got OKC. They got teams like that have size. And that is, can you beat them 4 times and play 4 times like that? That's going to be the question. Because in terms of the offensive prowess, they are elite in that respect.
Put a period on this game for me, Chuck.
Great win by the Lakers. I think if you're the Knicks, you got to be very disappointed. I hated their offense in the fourth quarter and overtime. Shaq keeps saying Cat's not aggressive. You got to call plays to get him because go back and look at the first half. When they were winning, they were getting him the ball in the post. He never.
That's a lie, Lamar.
That's a lie.
Exactly, that's a lie. So they still believe this 1900 logic that you just got to be a big man and go to the post. So can you please help them understand how they're not like that no more in the NBA? Your big man has to be, if you're going to go to the post, they have to be a ball facilitator. They have to be able to pass the ball from the post.
The fact that I got to explain it when on a night-to-night basis, you can just watch a game and you see just how. So over time, how back to the basket bigs have just slowly become not very effective. It don't really we just watched AD with the Lakers for the last 2 years, and we saw how stagnant that Laker offense can get when they start congesting the paint and AD get the ball. Look at Denver. Denver don't even got very many good defenders last year, and they were able to stifle it in the fourth quarter, and AD couldn't even get a shot off. So. I mean, I don't know why we need to do these examples. The game changed. It's okay. A lot of these players are still good. The game just changed on them. And now they got to find other ways to be great. And if you don't, you're going to be out the league. And this is why the Boogie Cousins and the Dwight Howards weren't welcome back to the league so quick. Because it's just you can play a little defense, but you're going to be a humongous liability on the offensive side of the floor. Why are we going to bring you back and you old? So we got these young guys we can go work with, try to build up and bring up. So
we got Jackson Hayes. We're talking about we got Jackson Hayes.
But look what Jackson Hayes. If you think about the defense, and it was a crazy stat for me to see. And remember we talked about rim protection. They just gave Jackson Hayes a role on defense, and he immediately became the number 1 defensive center in the league as a rim protector. So this is why we say that Anthony Davis's defense as a rim protector was overrated, because as you can see, anybody can do it. Look at Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, but not only that.
That's crazy.
Real quick, that's based off defensive rating, or what's that based off, Lamont?
The number 1. It's based off the Lakers having the number 1 defense, or over this over the last 22 games. It's based off Jackson Hayes being great defensively. It's a lot of stuff. We can watch the game.
His individual defensive rating.
So Jackson Hayes has a number 1 defensive rating as a center right now, currently.
Over the last
since January, right? Since January.
Yeah, but here's the cheat code though. If you're big and slow, it doesn't matter what type of defense you're playing in a slow half-court set. If the transition speeds up and you can't make it back. How many plays did we watch AD slow rolling it across half court, being the 10th man down to the other side, because his big, slow feet can't make it to the other side. That's the reason why the Denver Nuggets got blowed out, because they realized all we got to do is keep the game moving, and Joker can't keep up. Joker is great when the games slow down, but if we speed the game up, it's nothing he can do. And on top of that, people keep talking about Lakers as if they got a small team. The Lakers have the biggest team in the NBA. Everybody on their team is between 6'6" and 6'10", 6'6" and 6'9". All of them is big. They just don't have a tall center, but everybody else is big or wide for their position. Pause. So the whole idea, so the whole idea that the Lakers are small, they're out muscling these teams. And it's like every game we watch, they do the same thing. And after the game, the Zesty Jeffries come up with this idea like it was a one-off. Oh man, they stopped Cat, but that just so Cat must be trash. Okay, so what happened when we did it to the Clippers? What happened when we did it to Denver? What happened when we did? Like, we keep doing the same thing every night. What happened
when we blew out Boston?
Come on now.
In fact, Boston took the Lakers' game plan against Denver and succeeded.
That was with AD, by the way, the Boston game. Don't forget to say I might.
No, I know that. But don't forget tomorrow night. I'm expecting to see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's your first night in a while. If you don't win tomorrow night for that joy that you're looking for, Peter,
hey, Johnny,
you might not get it for a while.
I'm gonna make a bet with you, hey Johnny. You're gonna lose like 60 to 70 subscribers after tomorrow's game because they just gonna unsubscribe. They're not gonna come back, man. We might not see Peter.
Where's that game at? Where's that game at? By the way,
it's in Boston. Hold on, wait. Let me let Deshaun get in. Shout out to Deshaun. He's been trying to get in for the whole show, and he's been having some trouble. Go ahead, Deshaun. Get your take in, man. We're having some fun. I hear you saying it's a lake show. Parade on Crenshaw. That's where I'm gonna be at. I don't know about Figueroa. I'm gonna be on Slauson and Crenshaw. What's good, brother?
What is wrong with these Jeffrey Jordan fans? I just want to know that. What's wrong with them?
Their leader left them abandoned, just like Michael Jordan left the Bulls abandoned in '99. He abandoned them. He said no more GOAT debate. He said he's done. Man. He even called LeBron the GOAT, bro. He called LeBron the GOAT. He said that LeBron's the GOAT.
Yep. I'm glad he said that because we can knock it off, bro. He knows LeBron the GOAT.
That's right, and we gonna be on Crenshaw and Slauson, bro. Shout out to all the LA people, man. Y'all gonna have a championship this year. I'm not hating. I'm joining the board. This is incredible. Luka Doncic is phenomenal. This is what I don't know what y'all thought how they were not gonna work together. This was gonna be instant offense with the coaching, everything. This is great basketball. I can't wait to watch tomorrow's game. You guys are in trouble, man. You guys definitely got to follow us on Playback TV as well, as we be doing games on Playback TV. I know Lamont said he didn't like Playback TV, but Lamont, I think it's going to be fun to have Playback TV, man. The real basketball fans.
I like it. I just don't have time. I don't mind it. I like it. To me, I just don't have time. Otherwise, I would do it.
Yeah, you got time for 11-hour streams, Lamont. You ain't got time for playback.
That was unplanned. That was unplanned.
No, but it was a great stream. Like I told you, I watched about 6 hours. I was like 6 hours into it. I was like, yo, Locker Room carried this show for a good 2 hours now. This guy Locker Room is special.
Duh. Hey, I woke up, bro, and I saw it was on. I'm like, what the hell?
I didn't even know it was on. I wish I knew it was on because when I woke up, it was only halfway through the show.
I thought I was tripping, dog. I'm like, how the fuck?
But listen, y'all make sure to subscribe to all of the FYF Sports Debates channel. There's also the FYF Sports Debate clips, correct, Lamont?
Yeah, I got FYF clips and I got NBA posts. Yeah.
And NBA posts. And also, don't forget to do the Cash App. Donate to Lamont. That helps support what he does. Again, he is a basketball head coach. He has a group of young men that he mentors and teaches the game. And he does a great job. He choked again in the conference finals. He couldn't three-peat like Jordan.
No, not again. What do you mean? That's the first time we ever.
Did you
no, that was a regional.
50? Did you do? Oh, okay. I
no. That was a regional.
Okay.
No, that was last year. We were playing an overpowered team, but nah, we played in our regional tournament, and we ran up against this big 6'9" dude. This dude went straight. Now, I mean, it was a lot going on. Like we were up 4 with 50 seconds to go, and I mean, I think the ref made a horrible call to give them 2 free throws and the ball back. He called an intentional foul on just a common foul, and it kind of threw us out of whack. We went to overtime. We lost in overtime. But it is. You don't get them all. We got nationals. We still got to defend the title. We still got to. We can't let it get to us. We got to. We still the national champions. So we got to shake it off. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, y'all lost by 2, right?
Yeah, we lost by 2. Yeah.
It's all right. That's a tough. You didn't choke, Lamont. They just were greater than you. They willpowered their way through.
They definitely were not better than us. No, that was. I can officially say when you up 4 with 50 seconds to go, you're supposed to win the game. We choked that one away. I'll take a choke on that one.
Listen, shout out the real 6.SB90. He was born in 1990, never watched Michael Jordan play, but he said this stream was brought to you by Balco. No, sir, this stream was brought to you by the Zesty Jeffrey Coalition and obviously the Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery.
Welcome to Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery, where we have identified, marked, and cataloged all Zesty Jeffreys for their final resting spot. No longer will you hear Zesty Jeffrey logic like 6-0 and the toughest era ever. This is where all of that ends, right here at Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery. Subscribe to the GOAT James Kingdom channel and also check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership.
Oh, look who made the appearance.
What's Balco, Ajani? Is that what Jordan was taking to gain them 20 pounds in that summer?
No, that was actually what Shannon Sharp and them used to use when they were winning championships with the Baltimore Ravens and stuff like that.
That antler, what was that thing Ray Lewis took? The antler.
Balco was a company that used to produce performance enhancing drugs that would pass professional drug tests. So they were very popular
with Jordan too.
Supplements. Yeah. They were again, but they got shut down in the late 2000s. Balco hasn't been around since like 2007, 2006, but they don't know that because they don't really do no research. But Balco was very popular in sports in the late 2000s because of the owner was a very charismatic dude, and he was trying to defend himself, saying that this wasn't steroids or these wasn't performance enhancing things. They were just providing supplements and certain things and certain regiments for players to have, but it was really helping them. Marion Jones got caught up in it, all types of stuff. They had a whole 30-30 on it and everything. So
just like they say, just like the players from back in the day was on crack. They had performance enhancing drugs too.
Yeah, that's why Jordan joined. That's why Jordan joined. That's why Jordan.
That's what that is.
Yeah, that's why. That's why Jordan didn't join the '96 Olympic team because he would have got what's it called? He would have got
drug tested.
He would have got drug tested. Yep.
Because look, real quick, I want to say something to kind of counter the whole the media hates LeBron thing. Because if they did, they would have did him like how the media did Bonds back in the day. Bonds never tested positive, but yet in the media. It was pretty much it was pretty much consensus in the mainstream media that Barry Bonds was on performance enhancing drugs. You don't see anything like that in the mainstream media in regards to LeBron James, even though it's very dubious circumstances.
It's different because Barry Bonds was an asshole to the media. He didn't like the media. He never liked talking to them. They didn't like him. It's a different. LeBron James is personable. The media talks to LeBron. He's very open to them. He's always friendly with them. He's very professional. He's always done his thing. Barry Bonds was completely the opposite. Barry Bonds was kind of like Marshawn Lynch. He didn't like talking to the media. He didn't care for them. And that's why they were so quick to eviscerate him. But again, the hatred for LeBron James does not come from anything LeBron James did.
Did you think Barry was juicing there, Johnny? In your opinion?
Honestly, I think everybody was juicing back then. Yes.
I think he was.
Yeah, I think everybody was. So I'm not gonna say that.
Right.
He got
we have no proof, right?
No, they don't know proof. They don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now,
but it has proof
about Brian, but you still say it.
But it has nothing. But again, it has nothing.
Brother.
But the hate for Barry Bonds has nothing to do with his game or him passing up Babe Ruth, it just simply had to do with the fact that they didn't like him, and this was the best opportunity and the only thing that they could to stick it to Barry Bonds, and that's what they're doing because Barry Bonds spent a whole decade telling the media, "Shove it up your ass. I don't care about you." That's the point. LeBron has not done that to the media. LeBron doesn't have a personal beef with the media. He doesn't have that issue. Barry Bonds did. You see what I'm saying?
But
There's a
look,
big
this
difference.
what they saying,
The guys
Johnny,
that,
goofy dog.
there's guys who got caught and they're in the Hall of Fame. Didn't Alex Rodriguez get caught? So like so it depends on again. They want you to shuck and jive. They want you to shut up and dribble. And LeBron James has never done that, and that's why they don't like LeBron James. Because on top of that, he's basically been better than Jordan his whole life. Let's let T Perfect in because T Perfect is going to save you here. Because T Perfect is the only person.
Reinforcements. It's about time, man. I'm getting jumped. I'm getting jumped over here.
Oh wait. So T Perfect, you're not waving the white flag with Stephen A. Smith and them?
No. Well, dude, Stephen A. Smith is a bitch. Like, that's hilarious. His little explanation. Like, just say that he came up there and, like, told you to shut up.
No, there's an explanation.
Like,
Look, I'm gonna play the explanation. Here's the explanation. Look, this is right here.
LeBron James is the GOAT. I don't think LeBron's best eclipses Michael Jordan's best.
I need you to define what you're saying by that.
LeBron, in other words, what Wendy said, nobody has been this good for this long. And I'm saying to you, because that's the reality, I feel the way that I feel that Jordan at his best is the greatest that I've ever seen. But Jordan wasn't that good for that long. Not this period. This is 22 years. LeBron James wins Player of the Month in 2005, and 20 years later, he wins Player of the Month. The brother's averaging 29, 10, and 7. They shoot 40-something% from the field, from three-point range, rather. 55% from the field. He's been absolutely phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
I already made a deal with you, man, that I would call him the GOAT if he wins Finals MVP this year.
So did Peter.
Yeah, I made the same deal too. You see how 90s niggas got big nuts to the guys on the panel? A LeBron James fan wouldn't take that bet. They're gonna play it safe. But I got elephant nuts, nigga.
Hey, Johnny, you see they always try to make it sexual.
I knew you was going to say that, Erky. I knew you was going to say that. Erky said that you go always being zesty with them sexual content. Y'all
they just always got to talk about nuts and ass and
always.
Well, it should inspire you, Johnny, because if he does this, and he's the GOAT then, because even though you steered my ranking, like he's still gonna have, worst of all, he's still gonna have a fewer MVPs, whatever, like less defensive award, but he's still gonna it's impossible to ignore his level of production for this long and the consistency, in my opinion, if like he tops it off, because it's like going on. You're providing like prime production, like almost double anyone's prime. Like what was the longest consistent prime that we've ever seen besides LeBron? Like not maybe Kareem.
Maybe Kareem, yeah. Kareem.
Yeah, Kareem for 11, 12 years.
And Malone. And Karl
Malone.
Yeah.
Malone, sure. So those guys, aside from that, and like, so LeBron's like, no, not Duncan. I would see Duncan's prime was probably like 8 years, 9 years.
At all. Like Duncan, a lot of times was more average than
Duncan became way more cerebral later on.
Well, but y'all be putting it to winning though. He was still winning.
He was winning, yeah. I think he was leading that team for sure, especially defensively. But he wasn't nearly MVP Duncan. But
well, yeah, of course.
But yeah, I if he does it, it's like I can't really sit there and be like, okay, your prime is 9 years longer than the guy I think is a GOAT, and you're winning titles. It would be too much for me. Too much.
Yeah, if you get Finals MVP this year, I mean that's you got to give it to him.
And even if he doesn't, it's like even if his numbers are on par with like Luka or someone, it's still gonna be like.
But I'm
tough.
saying Finals MVP would be like that would be like a what I'm saying. Even though I'm still keeping a little asterisk though, because I don't think biologically, I just know how human biology works. You know what I mean?
You think he was like Sammy Sosa in it up?
Yeah, I honestly believe that. They're gonna think it's hate, but the human body just does not work this way. It just doesn't.
Y'all do know people that do stuff that y'all say he doing. Y'all do know they still get hurt and stuff. Maybe he just different.
Go ahead, Ishmael.
I mean, you're talking. You can't. you have to also understand that it's not like you have to put in the work to do this stuff. Like you can't just say like if it's PEDs and that's the end all. It's like LeBron is a athlete that spends all year around taking care of his body and rehabbing. And a lot of guys back in the day did not do these type of things. Like I just from my understanding, it's like when they had an off season, they had an off season. They didn't get in shape until it was probably like training camp or time the season's about to start. You got guys in this generation of basketball that's playing basketball all year round. They're practicing with each other. They're playing in gym. They're playing in leagues like Pro Am. They're playing in the Drew Gooden League or whatever. Like that's not what happened back in the day. So it's a lot easier for him to be able to maintain this. Like it's not I understand the biology aspect. Like you would think that it's still to maintain, but a lot of it is a large contribution to the fact that he's put in the work for this, and this is what happens when you do that. It's
Ishmael, what are you
serious
talking about? You and
dedication.
I did steroids like yesterday together.
If I could afford that, but I couldn't, so I don't.
And y'all still right inside. If y'all walk outside, y'all twist y'all ankle.
Shoot, I twist my ankle getting out of bed, man. Y'all don't know what it feel like
And
being
people,
40,
I mean,
man.
people are acting like
What's wrong with
LeBron
y'all?
hasn't had any major injuries. Missing a month of basketball in any part of a season is a
Oh, yeah.
major injury, bro. Like that's a major injury.
He
Like,
tore
you
his
don't have-
labia too.
Yeah, you don't have to tear your ACL.
He
He's
said
dealing with
labia.
I mean, like,
what is that?
you're dealing with like missing a month of basketball, bro. That is a major injury. You don't have to have injury-ending seasons or careers or anything like that.
Hold on.
Like,
Did you mean that as a joke, Travis? When you said labia?
Only halfway.
Oh, okay.
I listen. I got a joke. Hey, Erky, you gonna like this one. Listen, every time you guys come up with some zesty logic about Michael Jordan, we gotta make sure we play this clip right here.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You
You should have let it go more, hey Johnny. That shit funny as hell.
Yeah, that's the only clip that I got for that one. There,
They
but
always
that-
talk.
that-
Every time they got something to say, John, it's all about nuts and it's stuff that don't. They talking about bedrooms. Like, bro, we talking about basketball.
Listen, I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna send this to every GOAT James Kingdom member, and if you need this, every time they mess with you in the comments, just drop this on their ass.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You
Erky, when somebody say they got big nuts, it's in reference to them having heart. It's not sexual.
I know what you put in reference.
Nah, no matter what you say, when you say that again,
No,
if you
Sam Cassell, not Kobe.
Don't
Don't
say
do
it.
Cassell did it
The
first.
next time-
Don't
the
do
next
Sam
time-
like that.
the next time you brag about your cojones being big, I'm gonna play this
Good
for
morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You
Nobody gives a damn about your balls.
You are transgender.
Where is the itch? Where is the itch? Where is the itch?
Oh, that was amazing.
Yo, that was great, man. That is great, man. Listen,
I love that
listen,
guy
y'all.
so much.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. Shout out to everybody who's watching us still. Wally's in the building. Shout out to Wally. I haven't seen Wally in a while. Wally must have been taking his meds, so he must be back to good health. Shout out to you, Wally, man. Wally said they were playing basketball back in his time. And
Wally,
I
why
know-
does that matter?
When Wally was playing, they didn't even have backboards on the court. They was just a basket rim
It was a basket.
on a metal pole somewhere on the side of a barn, something like that.
That's where men were American.
His first basketball court was a dirt road.
There were no fouls
Hey,
then.
And Johnny, they was knocking all the power out when they was hitting the wires because they was bricking and want to act like they want to act like they was good. They mama cussing them out and stuff. Stop hitting the wires.
It's like, hey, Wally, matter of fact, Wally, you know for a fact Jordan was losing in his prime. But I gotta tell you one thing about Wally's generation. Wally, your generation was messed up because you're the generation that they had to remind you had children where your children was at 10 p.m. See, you were playing basketball. You were playing basketball in the mid 80s, but by the mid 90s, they were telling you it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Because you forgot you had children. Your children was out in these streets being reckless, trying to be Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Now they grown men still trying to be Michael Jordan.
Like, who didn't lose in their prime? Like Wilt or not? Bill.
Bill Russell
Like
is the only
what?
person. Bill Russell is the only person who never lost, man. That's what we don't understand.
Be perfect. They forget that Jordan was getting smacked by Boston. They forget that he was losing in his prime because the only thing that matters is the 90s. But all the players that we talk about in the top 10 that they act like Jordan was beating, he didn't beat none of them. He beat the Pistons. And what did they say about the Pistons when he beat them?
He didn't run and go link up with Drexler. He ain't run to Drexler or run to Hakeem or run to Charles Barkley.
He had a player that was better.
You feel me?
He had Scottie Pippen.
No,
he had Dennis Rodman. He had the best team.
They can't answer no question about what year for the Michael Jordan fans. Here's a question for you: what year, what season is Michael Jordan's prime? How about
2022?
No, not prime. I want to know his peak. What year is his peak?
His peak? I like 91 Jordan myself.
Not a 1 year peak.
I give you 2 years.
Yeah, 2 or 3. Well,
yeah, I go 91, 92.
Yeah, that was, I think, the most athletic but also polished Mike, especially defensively.
Now, here's the problem with that.
Lamont said Jordan was losing so much that they had 1 million top 5 picks. They didn't need to go get players. They were just grabbing draft pick after draft pick. That's facts.
Hey, Johnny, now they want to act like Mo Williams and Il Gauskas was better than Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman.
Wait a minute. Is it 88 through 91 or is it two? Is this 2 peaks? Wait. Is this 2 peaks? Is it 88 and 91 or is it
88 I think is 88's overrated a little bit just because he was still chucking up a lot of shots. He wasn't playing great team basketball.
Hold on. You got a problem over here, Houston. Listen, if you
got a problem over here, Houston.
Yeah, they got a problem because if you taking this 91-92 season, Jordan averaged 30 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Goat.
So now if you do that, then we go ahead and checkmate you with LeBron's 2007-2008 season, where LeBron averaged 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, and then it started to look crazy out here. That's all I'm saying.
What, Mike also averaged almost 3 steals and like 2 blocks that season, though, right?
The fake steals, the fake blocks.
Too.
That's a fake steals, and those are fake blocks. You know that, Travis. We already proved it.
Yeah, but it don't just a matter of some box score numbers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what happened?
It matters about the will to win.
What happened? What happened to LeBron? What happened to LeBron in the 08 playoffs?
Murdered, choked.
Hold on.
What you mean? He took his team all the way to the finals.
I can answer that.
No, he didn't. He lost in the semifinals. What are you talking about?
You said lost.
His team lost.
What happened to Michael Jordan in Detroit? What happened to Michael Jordan in Detroit?
Michael Jordan ain't never shoot 35% in a series and turn the ball over 5 times a game.
LeBron ain't play 1-on-1.
He ain't never get shut down like
LeBron
that.
ain't never
He got to play
cried on the
1-on-1.
court.
LeBron got to play against 5 people.
On the court. Jordan was crying on the court. Literally, nobody ever had a meltdown as epic as crying on the court.
What are you talking about?
And Jordan never took a team that had
Hold on, what is he talking about? What crying on the court? What are you talking about?
Yeah, Jordan was crying. Jordan was crying.
Crying?
Yes, bro. Crying enough to where they made him change the rules, bro. Yes,
Michael Jordan was crying. Yeah, they had him crying on video. They got Jordan crying. He was crying on the bus.
But Johnny, they act like a dude going to the commissioner and talking about these people as thugs, and they shouldn't even be in the NBA. They shouldn't even be on the court. That's not crying. What do y'all consider crying and whining?
No, it's not, brother. Listen, there's a difference between, look, bro, even when we was playing physical, if you listen, bro, if you low bridging somebody when they're in the air, that's not physical play. You literally trying to.
Larry Bird?
Hold on, bro. Hold on, dog. This is what I'm saying, bro.
Bro, you
not like that, bro. I said 2 words, my nigga. Hold on. It's a difference between playing physical and literally trying to hurt somebody, dog. Them 2 things ain't the same.
Okay. You just said the same thing, and you talking about hold on. You just said the same thing, and I said, did they do that to Larry Bird and did they do that to Isaiah Thomas and all them?
Yes,
I
they did.
don't think to the
Oh,
degree
see,
they did it to
that's why I
Jordan.
say you coming up, you Jordan fans,
I don't think they
you
did it to
old
the
niggas be
not to
coming
the
up here lying.
degree, not
Hey,
to
he
the
said,
degree
hey,
they
Wally,
did.
hold on, wait. Let me address Wally. Wally said, "What do my sons have to do with anything?" Did you know where your son was in 1994 at 10 p.m., sir? Did you know? Because I can tell you this
Nasty
right
work.
now. At
That's like
1994, I was wilding. I was probably in the streets rather than 13, 14 years old. Never wanted to go home because there was
yeah,
nothing to do
never,
at
bro.
home. There was nothing to do at home. It was fun to be in these streets. Let's let Olo in. Olo just got here. Shout out to Olo. What you got for us today? As you can see, we're having a great conversation.
Yes, sir, man. I just came in, see what y'all was talking about. So what's the topic? I know Jordan, and I done heard some Jordan fan talk.
Well, what are you thinking? If it's LeBron versus Jordan,
Hold on, wait.
Oh, it's the GOAT.
How many channels you got, Gil? Come on,
Yeah, look what Gil said.
Gil
Low
says,
Gil, come on, don't do that, bro. You know what
He
low
said-
bridging is. When a nigga in the air and you undercut him, man. Come on, don't
Gil,
do
why
that.
don't you bring your ass up here and get roasted for once?
Okay. You know what? Yeah, you've been Peter. You've been throwing out a lot of words down here, brother. You've been throwing out a lot of words. You sound like this.
He just coming up with words.
That nigga know what low.
You mean
So hold on,
undercut.
low bridging
Undercut.
is. Hold on, low bridging is a new word. Like niggas don't say that.
Toe elbow. He hit him with a toe
Yeah,
elbow.
he said no. We just called them. He just called them hacks. No, we call them crackheads playing basketball. Gil, we call them crackheads playing basketball.
That's just like when. All right, remember when Pachulia did that dirty shit to Kawhi? Like that shit ain't. That's
what you
not
call
in
that?
That's
you call
dirty.
that the what you call that?
That's
The step
not-
under?
They call
That's
that
not-
good
I have a
basketball.
question for
That's what they
Gilbert
call
Arenas.
it.
Hey,
They
Johnny,
call
you
that
call
good
that the step
basketball.
under?
No,
Hey,
I was always told undercut. When you're
Hold on.
what you're talking about
undercut.
is somebody. You're talking about somebody who jumps up when they're about to do something. You go underneath them and you basically take their legs out. Which is you didn't do that in street basketball. You didn't do that in the NBA. Nobody did that. To do that. You have no respect for the player. That's like prison yards type talk. Like you didn't do that in a basketball game. That ended the basketball game if you did that. Like it
That's
clearly
what I'm
did.
saying.
Even the bad
type
boys
of
didn't do
shit.
that shit.
Yes, they did, bro.
No, they didn't. They never did.
Yes,
They did not do that.
That's the type
They
of
went
shit they
up
was
and hit
doing.
you. No, they weren't undercutting you. They hit you in the air. They weren't
Bruh,
undercut. They
they
never undercut
Jordan, bruh.
When? Go show the film.
All
Go
right.
get it. Go.
Please
you like to
go
go
get
do
it.
it. Why you
Please.
gonna do that?
Have a-
Why you go do that?
Word.
Yeah, why you go do that? Let me explain to Olo what tonight's show was about because Olo missed a great program. So Olo, I was sitting here letting these gentlemen know that the war is over. Basically, there's a truce being called by Stephen A. Smith. He's the Zesty Jeffrey leader, and he has basically stated that he's no longer going to argue the GOAT debate because LeBron's so great. And then Charles Barkley went on TV last night arguing, saying that he's tired of the GOAT debate because that's why he has to talk about the Lakers and the Warriors, and he has to have all these silly topics and discussions every night because people only want to care about Michael Jordan and LeBron. So they want to end the GOAT debate. So they're basically saying, listen, LeBron's great. We don't want to argue with you guys no more. Leave it alone. And I've said, hey, listen, if that's what you guys want, that's fine. But here in GOAT James Kingdom, we just getting started.
Wait, let me ask Gil a question real fast. I know he's listening.
Go ahead.
So, Gil, if you and Caron Butler were not injured for the playoffs in 2007, do you think LeBron goes through you or not?
Yes, he did it in 2007 and 2006 and 2008.
But hey, Johnny, I think Gil already said he still would have.
He must have been the one hacking. Then had to go Google what he just did.
Hey, bring Gil up here, dog.
What he did
Man,
after.
it ain't no way he ain't never heard the term low bridges,
listen,
man.
I
Get
cannot
outta
control.
here, bro.
Listen, guys, I cannot control who hits the link or not. Leave Gil alone.
Gil, the link right there, man.
Link is
Bruh.
Gil is chilling, man. Shout out to you,
And
Gil. Thank you for
Gil
supporting us,
lied
brother.
on John Stockton. He talking about he cooked John Stockton, and when they looked it up, John Stockton was out there bullying you, bruh.
Why you guys? Oh wait, why
You
you
got dominated by a white man.
Stop. Leave Gilbert Arenas alone. The man was a professional athlete. He has a right to his opinion. He already stated it was personal between him and John Stockton. You guys don't listen. He stated John Stockton busted his ass. That's why he hates John Stockton. He said this. Anybody who went up against John Stockton says the same shit. John Stockton is the truth. But what does that got to do with him averaging 9.7 versus Michael Jordan in 1998?
Bro, Gil
Yeah.
been saying that though. Gil been saying that. I
Yeah,
heard
and
Gil
he
say
still
one
ain't
time
better
that.
than Steph Curry.
He only
No,
took 8 shots a game. You feel
Year
me?
16 Stockton.
Damn. But
When
Gil
was he
been
playing
saying this
Gil? When
though,
was oh
Johnny.
wait? What year? What year
Rookie
was he in
Gil?
when he was playing Gil? What year was he playing Gil?
I-
What year was that, Travis?
I think he was
Well,
in like
Gil,
year 20, wasn't it?
yeah, but Gil's trash
Exactly.
defensively.
Of course, Gil would
No,
never
what
tell you
year
that he
was
was
Gil
great
in?
defensively.
What year was Gil in?
Gil got drafted, I think, '99
Gil came
or
in
2000,
01, ain't it?
01, yeah, he came
I
around
think it's
01.
01.
2000 or 01, one of them years.
something like that. Yeah, Gil was 19 years old. Gilbert Arenas is like my age. We're the same age. I think Gilbert
And the
Arenas like a
matchup,
year
the
or two.
matchups, the matchups
you're
that
younger or older
Carcinio
than
had put up on that one stream was with like Gil's second year, I believe.
And Gil admitted
Yeah,
that.
but
If you go
hey,
watch his
guess
Gil
what?
versus shows, he said that he was like, my beef with Stockton is personal, and because they were making fun of him, he was like, it's personal.
Nah,
It's no
he
other-
said he cooked that man, bro.
Hey,
he no,
He
he
did
did.
say
No, he
cook
did.
him.
He did. But he did.
I don't remember.
He
I don't
did. He
remember
had a
Gil
game.
really saying that.
He
though.
had a game against Stockton, though. He had a good game against Stockton. That's the whole point. He did have.
Dude,
a
but
good
Gil
game.
said,
But
Gil
Johnny, I
said that
heard. Go
Tim
ahead.
Duncan was a role player.
Oh God.
Everybody's a role player. Everybody has a role.
Nah, stop that, Johnny. Get out of here.
Are you
Y'all
guys?
even say,
You're
y'all
guys
even
beat
say
him.
Tim Duncan was a role
We
player at some
cannot
point.
trust these eye test guys. We don't know what they suck them out.
Everybody has a role. Tim Duncan's role was to protect the rim, get
Oh my
low post
God.
possessions,
Rebound.
and rebound. Exactly, and
Be
rebound.
the
That's a
GOAT.
role.
Set
Sure.
screens.
Hey,
He said be
especially
the
later
GOAT.
in his career.
No, but he carried him
Oh,
offensively in
see,
03.
look, Gilbert Arenas says, I can't remember PTSD. That's what Stockton used to do to these guys, man. Stockton
Hey,
used to have these
they
dudes.
said Stockton was dirty as hell, man. Like,
was.
He was
Johnny.
dirty as shit.
Hold on, Johnny. Johnny, check this out. It was an interview with Gil, and they asked Gil, "Hey, Gil, who's the player that locked you up?" And I could have sworn that he said John Stockton was
John
the
Stockton
only
was
player
the
that locked him
best,
up.
man. Listen, there's a video I got because Lowe likes to make fun of Stockton all the time, and I had a video going at Lowe about it, explaining to how because Lowe believes that you have to make a difficult pass for it to be a good pass, and I used to tell him it's not
Stupid.
about that. Exactly, it's about making.
Hey,
the
y'all
right
get off
pass.
low, bro.
Yeah, right. No, I like Lowe. Lowe talks the game. Lowe's a smart man. I like Lowe, man. Shout out to Lowe. But we were talking about it, and I had to show the clips of how the players were talking about Stockton, and like Gary Payton was telling Earl Watson, I believe his name is Earl Watson. I believe it's this name, Earl Watson. He was like, "Yo, that's a cold white boy right there. You better respect him. Like when you go up against Stockton, just be like, you know, at praise and learn and appreciate it." And he was and Earl was like, "Man, like I don't care. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pick him up 90 feet." And he said John Stockton walked him 90 feet, literally walked him up the court. And then he said John Stockton got to the point, and he said he was pressing John Stockton on ball pressure, and John Stockton threw the ball like at his head, and like he ducked, and the ball went behind him. And when he looked, there was no one behind him. He said John Stockton legitimately threw the ball at his head, and then when he looked at John Stockton said, "Man, back the fuck up." Just like that. So John Stockton was a bad motherfucker. All right, he was a bad boy.
Hey, Johnny, not to the Jordan fans. The Jordan fans, and
he said, hold on, Gil is talking here. Gil, you might as well step up. He says, I'm talking about LeBron in the playoffs. Yeah, we remember you. We know you got PTSD about LeBron in the playoffs. When that boy tapped your chest and you grew all kind of hair drinking Hennessy after that. He said, Stockton was food once I was a starter. He said, yeah, Gil is the best, yo. Gil is the best, man.
I wish Gil would come up.
Gil is the best, man. Shout out
Bring
to
that
Gil,
ass
man.
up.
Hey,
But
Peter,
no,
is John Stockton a loser?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Nah, hell no. Hell no, John
Dude,
Stockton.
Stockton's no worse than like a top 5 or 6 point guard of all.
But to answer your question, Travis, about the 07 Washington Wizards, maybe they might have had a chance to win a game or two versus that Cavs, but like Gil said, and he admitted, LeBron was just too smart. He knew exactly what to do versus their lineup. They had no shot versus LeBron. When you wanted to go big, LeBron would just attack you. If you wanted to go small, LeBron would just bully you. And it didn't matter what they did, LeBron just had the advantage over them. He beat them in 06, he beat them in 08. In 07, it didn't even matter about Gilbert Arenas' 41-41 team that y'all don't respect. He beat Jason Kidd and Vince Carter as well. He beat Chauncey Billups.
They forget about
Hamilton,
that in 07.
Vince Carter's ass.
And
No,
Chris
he wasn't.
Webber. Vince
New
Carter was
Jersey
not
Nets.
ass
Vince
in
Carter was ass.
2007. And I think
What?
Kenyon Martin was on that team. No, I think by that time Kenyon went to I think Kenyon was on that team. I think that was
No,
his
no.
last year
Kenyon
on
was
that
in
team.
Denver, I think.
He was in Denver by that time.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time he
By
was in Denver,
07,
right?
he was gone.
He was by 07, he was gone. But either way, they still had Richard Jefferson. They still had Vince Carter. They still had Jason Kidd, which we all know.
I mean, don't
Jason
get me
Kidd
wrong.
was very
That they
underrated.
were way better than that team defensively. I'm just saying, like you're missing your two best players. Obviously, it might have not been the same story as the year before and since. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I would
but
have liked to hear Gil's
Antoine was
explanation.
balling. If I'm correct, I think
Antoine was balling.
I think he averaged almost 30 in that playoff series.
He did.
But
Yeah, he was lighting them up.
Yeah, he was balling. So like, Antoine Jameson gets a lot of disrespect as well, and so does Gilbert Arenas' Wizards. Now y'all want to ask Gilbert Arenas about his team when y'all was saying his team sucked with him on it or not. Y'all are something else. But I remember Scap Attack was just backpedaling as soon as Gilbert Arenas showed up, like because he was Gilbert Arenas. Yeah, he was backpedaling. Y'all love the disrespect.
On everything.
Listen, like I said, if we're gonna take the GOAT conversation to just peak, how can you discredit Gilbert Arenas' peak?
Who's like 2-year peak?
Hey Johnny,
that's what a
I
peak
give
is.
it
2 years, 3 years. That's
I
what
give
it
it
is.
3 years.
Hey,
But how can you ignore that? He put 60 on Kobe.
Yeah, Scap Attack.
Kobe's overrated defensively.
He said Kobe.
Wait, what, bro? No.
When he said Kobe
no.
was a sidekick, he said Kobe wasn't no sidekick.
Yeah,
it was
Kobe wasn't
1A,
a
1B. And then as soon as Luka got to the Lakers, he talking about, oh, LeBron ain't nothing but a sidekick. See, that's what I be talking about. Y'all be hating.
The Kobe sidekick narrative is trash. Like Kobe was putting up.
No, it's Brian a sidekick.
Listen to Perfect Jelly. He goes here. Arenas Wizards with pure and complete trash. And I guarantee you, if he was on a panel with Gilbert Arenas, he would not be talking like this.
What's so funny is
in his mouth in that picture.
What's so funny is Jordan was trash.
This is why there's Zesty, and then you wonder why I got to make clips like this.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You
My man got a pacifier, bro. That's
hey,
crazy.
y'all should be making money off AI and stuff like that, man. Y'all be too good at editing not to be making no money off.
So Johnny, can I see that like 45 more times, please?
Listen, brother. The way we make the best way to support us and help us make money is put $4.99 up to become a GOAT James Kingdom member. It really doesn't cost that much to support what Brandon and I do. It allows us to actually do better clips and things like that for you, better graphs, better shows, better content. So again, just check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership. It's right on our channel. I'll put the link up for anybody who wants to become a member. Check us out. Again, it's $4.99 to become a member. And again, we have a lot of fun talking the game. You'll be a part of the show just like this. You get member shout outs, all of that. You know, support what we do here at GOAT James Kingdom, because again, we are just two dudes just trying to talk the game of basketball. Brandon and I, like I said, will always be available for you guys on a Sunday afternoon. You guys know we go live every Sunday noon Eastern time for the GOAT debate. We talk the GOAT debate head on because we realize that's the only way to talk basketball. So we don't run from it. LeBron's great, Jordan's great, everybody's great, but nothing's greater than LeBron. Nothing's greater than today's NBA, and we're going to talk about it. Well, you guys are.
What are we doing Sunday
afternoon? I don't know. This Sunday we might have to dabble into some things, man. Brandon and I we're talking about some stuff. It's been a busy week, man. You guys have really been seeing a lot. The Zesty Jeffries are scrambling everywhere. It's for some reason the sport that nobody wants to talk about. That's all people are doing. They just talking the game of basketball because there's no football around. Baseball sucks. Nobody watches hockey. That hockey player got his little 5 minutes of fame. They used him and they threw him out of the window quick, fast. No doubt, man. I'm going to keep doing my thing, brother. Y'all just keep supporting me. Again, these Zesty Jeffries don't want no smoke with Ajani. I've been asking for a 20v1. They can't even find 10 people. They can't even get 5 people up. They all scared of me, and they wondering why I act the way I act, because they can't do nothing to me.
You think your shit is that bad, man? You got that much juice? Goddamn right. Don't nobody fuck with me.
No, what's crazy is all your clips is 90s stuff. That's the funny part.
Because I'm a 90s guy.
I mean, it's the GOAT decade, man, all the way around.
Are you crazy? This is 2020.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You
You are gay.
Where is the itch? Where is the itch? Where is the itch?
The itch is dude saying that Kobe was overrated defensively. That's the itch.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
shit! We got
There's
a
the name.
Kobe. We got a Kobe guy.
Wait. Listen. Y'all gotta be careful. Because once you say Kobe's name a little bit too much, Twin Man appears. And he kind of bounced out because Peter was talking too much. He couldn't take Peter no more. Shout out to Twin Man, man. Twin Man is always a supporter of GOAT James Kingdom, having fun.
Kobe out
But
here catching strays, man.
I know it's absolute corny to you because you're the grown ass man with an AI picture. You actually typed that in AI. Give me a LeBron James wearing a Coogee sweater with a pacifier in his mouth, but yet I'm the one that is absolutely corny. You exactly right. I'm corny. That's why we keep telling y'all stop fucking with GOAT James Kingdom.
I feel like stopping a nigga today. I feel like stopping a nigga today. I feel like slapping a nigga today. These motherfuckers on the road, where the hell they learn to drive. Jive turkeys at my job, about to get a cool, cold, mean five.
Hey, Johnny, he ain't corny. He just a weirdo.
He's just a weirdo. Hey, Herm got put in the dugout because he wouldn't let me speak. He got mad because him and Twin Man were going back and forth. I let him speak, but then he got mad at me because I was trying to explain to him that he's not using the right terms, just like normal Zesty Jeffries never do. They never use the right terms. They never stay on topic. They try to switch the topic up to something else. He tried to bring up Bob Ryan and Peter Vesey. The matter of fact, there's a clip, right, that Herm sent me that talks about how they had a segment on one of the basketball games about Michael Jordan gambling. And one of the guys who wrote a book about how he used to gamble with Michael Jordan, how Michael Jordan owed him money, and he sued Michael Jordan for money, and they settled out of court for the whole situation, right? But they had an interview with him on NBC because NBC was covering the NBA at the time. And if you go back and watch that interview, they were interrogating this guy. They were not like giving him like a free space. They were asking him, who are you? Why are you talking about Michael Jordan this way? Why are you trying to make Michael Jordan look bad? They were actually questioning this guy more than anything, than they were actually letting him have actual validity in his story. So even with that, and then he used Peter Vesey behind the guy for Peter Vesey to say this guy's claims are erroneous, that this guy's just some guy trying to earn money off of Michael Jordan's name, and that he would befriended Michael Jordan and turned his back on Michael Jordan, and how this really has nothing to do with basketball, that this is Michael Jordan's personal life, and it's really not an issue if Michael Jordan likes to gamble. Like that was the actual premise of the whole segment that he sent me, but he wanted to use that as a way to state that they were criticizing and talking negatively towards Michael Jordan. They do a bad job at this. Remember, he listens to Ticket TV all day. So these are the same gentlemen that woke up in life and they didn't go to school that day because they were sick. They were sick, yeah. They were sick and they stayed home, so they were watching Jerry Springer, Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, Phil Donahue. They like drama TV. If they weren't watching that, they were with their grandma watching Young and the Restless, All My Children, all drama-filled entertainment.
And don't forget the crack.
You see it, Johnny, whenever like I get all riled up and I'm trying to
don't forget
I get in the mood
I can't
to
with you, brother. That I gotta clip that. I can't wait. I gotta make sure oh my God. He said don't forget the crack. That was perfect.
Hey, what did Stephen A say about Bronny?
Hold on.
It wasn't what he said about Bronny. It was how he used Bronny to talk about LeBron. That's why he said keep my son out of it. Like if you want to talk bad about me, if you want to talk bad about me, just keep it about me. Don't mention my son.
What did he say though?
When he said, I implore you to stop this. As a father, this is embarrassing. You need to stop this. You can't let this keep happening. And there's nothing wrong. No one cares about Bronny but Zesty Jeffries. No one cares about the 55th pick in an NBA draft ever. Nobody cares about the number 1 pick. We have not mentioned none of these dudes.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Marcus Jordan get drafted.
Y'all watched the second. Y'all never watched the second round. Y'all watched the second round just to see if Bronny was gonna get picked.
Preach.
What these guys going to say?
Facts. That's what I did.
No, but you can't. But wait a minute.
Championship
But you can't. On one hand, give him the media coverage on a positive side, and then get mad when people give the same amount of coverage on the
Bro,
negative side.
What
Yes, we
coverage
can.
do they give him on the positive side?
No, wait, hold on, wait. Yes, we can, because at the end of the day, there is no need for negative coverage. That's the problem.
Why not? That's a part of life.
No, that's
No,
not.
that's
No,
not.
that's
That's a part of
not.
ESPN life.
That's a
Everything
part
ain't
of
all-
that's a part of that's a
everything-
part of the that's a part of the Skip Bayless transforming the media sports talk world to say that we have to talk negative about people when we not allowed to talk negative about the 90s.
That's why the old heads think like that.
That's just
That's
like
not it,
Kevin.
man.
Hey,
That's just
Johnny.
like Kevin Durant, right? And I
No.
agree.
No, that's
a
not
lot
like
of it.
Kevin Durant. Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish. Stop. Go,
Yeah,
please.
I agree. I agree that a lot of it is philosophical, and that's just how the way I look at the world. Feel me? Being 40 plus or whatever. But for me,
Oh, here we go. Malcolm X.
let me, brother, relax,
Go-
bro.
go ahead.
Let him get it off. Let him get it off.
Nah,
Please,
real shit
y'all,
though.
stop.
I mean,
Please.
this-
That's how
this-
one
this-
one at a time. Please,
Yeah,
let him
this-
speak. I will address it. Don't address it, please. I got this. Go.
Like they be killing Durant, and they really don't give him no credit for them 2 little popcorn rings he got in Golden State. And I don't count them. Shits don't count. You ran to a team that was 73-9, that was already championship pedigree without you, and beat you in the playoffs when you had a 3-1. You was a hoe. I don't give a fuck. Y'all new niggas too solid. You was a hoe.
Okay, I'm not new.
why y'all- why y'all
No.
put these
I
morals on
told
these
y'all. Oh, wait.
championships?
I told y'all I will address Peter. Stop. Leave Peter alone. Listen, Peter, you know I ain't no new nigga. So don't talk to me like no new nigga, man. Okay, well, however you feel about Kevin Durant is fine. But Kevin Durant is still a 2-time NBA champion. He's still a league MVP. He still got 2
2-time finals MVP.
He
Yep.
still has I think 12 all NBA selections in his
Like 4
NBA
scoring
career.
titles.
The man just scored 30,000 points in his NBA career. He's the only player besides LeBron James to have 15,
Best scorer of all
25
time.
points per game. He's exactly. He's one of the most diverse scorers, most versatile scorers ever, most of the most elite scorers in NBA history of all time. That is what you should be saying about him. Yes, the world is this, but the world is crazy. The world has crack in it. Should we accept crack because the world has crack in it? No. Just because there is negative in the world doesn't mean we have to accept it.
So we're not supposed to criticize people. It's just supposed to be all peaches and cream.
No,
all
legitimate criticism.
And
No,
going
okay,
to join a team that beat you
That's
in
that's
the
illegitimate.
playoffs.
That's illegitimate. That's illegitimate. That's that.
That's emotional shit, bro.
I
there's
disagree.
nothing.
I
there's no-
disagree, man.
That's
because
emotional
he had,
shit.
they still no because
That's
they
emotional
still
shit.
listen. They still had to go win a championship. The same way you felt like LeBron James was supposed to win in 2011 and he didn't, so he choked. What if they would have choked in 2017?
That was
What would you
cowardly, bro. That shit was cowardly.
That's not.
bro. I don't
That's
care
not
what y'all
cowardly.
say.
That's not cowardly because again, it is a different game. They are allowed to
No,
play.
man, there's
Michael
no such
Jordan
thing.
wanted to.
Oh my God. Can
Michael
I say-
Jordan wanted to play with Akeem Olajuwon. He
Why
wanted
did
to
you
play with
think
Charles
this
Barkley.
stuff?
He
This
did,
is
but they
weird.
can't.
Then he tried.
because
Because
there was
about to
no
go to
money
the
space
Knicks
for
in '96.
He was going to go to the Knicks until they gave him the $30 million. Until they gave him
Nah,
$30 million.
Can I go next? Can I go
Yeah,
next?
yeah, go
I
ahead.
wanna
No,
say-
yeah, you know what?
I wanna
Go
say-
ahead, Ishmael, because you've been patient. Go ahead, Ishmael. Let's
Okay.
let's
I want
make
to say
Ishmael
two
go
things
in.
that I highly
Uh-huh.
disagree with about the Carol's thing. I just do not see how that makes any sense. As a player, it is not your problem that if you decided to go to a team to help you win championships and ring, if you're an employer for anything, right, and you want to go to a company that where you want to be able to maximize your skills and it makes it easier while getting paid to do so and making your job easier in order to help win games or make your job better, you would do that. It's the same concept of play. It's not Kevin Durant or who else's fault that doesn't make the so-called league more competitive. That's the job of the NBA to make it competitive, not players. Players are there to play and they're to maximize what they have to do to make things easier for them to play. And that's smart. That's what you want to do, no matter how you feel and criticize it. Listen, you can call it. It's not
No,
cowardice.
let him finish. Let him finish, please.
It's not cowardice. It's smart how a player does. And second, about Stephen A. Smith and all this other. No, it's not the same thing. It's not legitimate criticism. It's not legitimate criticism to Bronny's basketball game. It's criticism it's a backhanded comment to LeBron as a father. I watch Lakers Nation even somewhat explain it, but it's basically saying that LeBron is just inept as a father. He put his son in a predicament or a situation to cause harm, to lead him embarrassment. You know, you don't say stuff like that. If you got criticism in terms of Bronny is not a great basketball player, that's fine. But you know, at least point it out to the fact that other players that was drafted before him are actually worse. There are players right now that have been drafted in the NBA that are playing worse in the G League than Bronny
Keep
James.
cooking. Keep cooking.
So it's like,
No, before you go, no, don't say if Michael
You've been
Jordan
going
because
for a long time, bro.
no, that's not about that. No, don't bring Michael. No, you're right. And I just want to add something to what's it called? Ishmael was talking about right here because on top of the fact that they feel like LeBron James has a responsibility to not put his son in that predicament. Stephen A. Smith has a responsibility to not allow his fan base or the people out in the world who listen to him that he influences to have the ability to talk ill about LeBron James, even though Stephen A. Smith feels he has the right to with his job. You guys don't have Stephen A. Smith's job. You guys' job is not paid to show up every Monday night or every Monday morning or every throughout the weekday to talk basketball or talk sports. That's not your job. That's his job. But again, he has the responsibility to talk correctly. Right? You guys mention Malcolm X all the time here. Anybody who knows who's a black nationalist, a Pan-Africanist, or Afrocentric knows that inciting a riot is an actual rule in the law in the books, that if you go out there saying something that causes a riot, you can go to jail for that. You have a responsibility as a public figure to speak correctly in public. And that's the same thing about this situation. So you have to talk correctly, and that's their job as well. The NBA does not pay ESPN or does not depend on ESPN to show their product for you to talk bad about the product. So yes, it is your job to talk good about Bronny James so that the world can hear that influence and be influenced by that. And that's the problem. And since you brought up Michael Jordan, if Michael Jordan did this, it is weak for somebody to quit because they knew they were not going to win a championship with the team that they were no longer going to have. Just the way you feel like it is a weak move to leave a team that you couldn't win with to be with a team that you won with. So it's the same thing. Jordan just did the same. The difference was Jordan was already on a winning team, but when he lost that
he's
team,
a champion already.
But that's okay. But some people don't have that circumstance. Some people don't have that lucky circumstance to be a part of a championship team. That's the point.
Ajani, if Jordan would have left the Bulls to go join the Detroit Pistons after losing in '88 and '89. We would have had that. Would have been some sucker shit.
He requested a trade. Hold on, wait. Stop. It isn't. Again, he did that. He requested a trade in 1989. Detroit was one of the destinations.
Man, you gotta have to show me some proof on that, homie.
Bro, he's saying it because he got proof.
You got to show me that.
He's saying it because he showed it to you.
Put it on the big screen, Ajani.
I don't have it because this requires you to read. It's in a book that I have. Okay, y'all love Sam Smith. We all know Sam Smith was a beat writer for the Chicago Bulls. It's in the Jordan Rules book. Not only
he was going to join the Pistons.
Not only did Michael Jordan request a trade, and Detroit Pistons was one of the teams he was willing to go to. Even Isaiah Thomas admitted that there was talks about it. Red Auerbach reached out to the Chicago Bulls to see if he would join the Boston Celtics because they were trying to get him because they heard the rumors. Because Michael Jordan used to go golfing with GMs and NBA execs. He used to go golfing with these dudes.
What year that would have been, you said? 89?
1989. After the 1989 season, not only did he request a trade and he got shut down by Jerry Reinsdorf and told Michael Jordan shut up and stop complaining to the media.
If he would have did that, Johnny, he would have his legacy would have been smeared.
It would have been normal. You guys would have made up an excuse to why Jordan had the right to do that. Yes, you would have. Yes, you would have. Because at that time you was an adolescent child, so you would have grew up with the excuses that were set for Jordan.
Back now, I'm saying
no, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. It would have changed history.
Yes,
you guys would have been praising Kevin Durant because you would have to praise him because Jordan would have done the same thing. But because Jordan was in a long-term contract, and thanks to Scottie Pippen, players no longer have to deal with 10-year contracts and 8-year contracts. Right, because that's what Jordan was on. Jordan had signed an extension, I think, after his third year with the Bulls, and he had a contract that was going to last till the mid-90s. So he really was stuck with the Bulls. He couldn't go nowhere, and that's why he hated Jerry Krause. And Jerry Krause was not sitting around here arguing with Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan requested Walter Davis. Go look up Walter Davis's numbers in 1988 and 89 when Jordan was requesting him. He was also asking for LaSalle Thompson or the Thompson LaSalle. I think it was LaSalle Thompson. who was also another player that Michael Jordan was asking for. He also asked for Buck Williams, who was an all-defensive player on the New Jersey Nets team, who eventually was signed with the Trailblazers, and Michael Jordan was upset that the Bulls didn't sign him. Instead, the Bulls kept their draft picks and kept their cap space open.
That's too much Crisco.
So you wanted competent. So you wanted competent players. Okay.
Cool.
You just sitting up here not listening.
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, listen. And hold on, no. With that said,
You
ladies and
talking about
gentlemen,
some Buck Williams, like Buck.
all defensive team, sir. He made the all defensive team in 1989.
Who's the other? LaSalle who?
He got.
But he talking about them like they.
Listen, we're talking about 1983, and like Erky Man would say, we're talking about crackheads running around in the league, brother. Yes, he was one of the best players in the league.
Come on, man.
Hold on, I want to ask that guy
something real fast.
And that's what people say about the league now. That the
T-Perfect. Would you have looked at Jordan differently if he would have joined the 89 Pistons after getting his ass whooped twice by him?
Oh, 1,000%. The hell?
Thank you.
Y'all are such Monday quarterbacks. They are such Monday. They such Monday quarterback. Y'all are such Monday quarterback speakers. First of all, we're gonna get the last words because I gotta get up out of here. We got over 1,200 people watching us, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you for watching what we're doing here on a great Friday night. It is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. I'm Ajani the Exposer. I am one half of GOAT James Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. That's half. Half means there's two. So the other partner of mine is B. Lee. We go live every Sunday, which we'll talk about here shortly. But we're going to let everybody's last take come up. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all subscribe to both channels. So, Travis, what is your question, please? And whoever is this to, answer it solely and quickly. Go ahead.
Just want to know if, since the super casual just showed up, Mr. Rum, he's been justifying everything you've been saying about rabid Jordan fans. But he said that LeBron's finals loss, first of all, he didn't lose 9 times like Jerry West. But what's your criteria if you think that all players should be judged on finals losses? I guarantee you don't have one. And you're saying like the most casual shit, and you'll never hit a link to come up and get all the smoke.
Travis loves the smoke, boy. Travis is
hey, Ajani, do the standing ovation thing.
I see. Oh my God, I'm creating a coat here. This is crazy, man. Shout out to M Rum, man. Don't let Travis scare you. Travis ain't got no smoke for you. Travis over here running around with Zesty Jeffries after he get off GOAT James Kingdom. So let's let Olo get his last take in, and we're gonna go from the bottom to the top like a light skinned Drake party. So go ahead, Olo. What you got going on? What's your last word, brother, before we get up out of here?
After what I'm seeing from LeBron time and time again this season, I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to hear no more about no GOAT shit. It's finished.
It is finished. Stephen A. Smith said it's over. He said it's a wrap. He's not going to argue it. They got to follow suit with their leader, unless they're going to shove him. Unless they're going to put him on the plank. You know, when the Pirates get upset with their captain, they put him on the plank.
Yeah.
Walk the plank. They probably gonna have to do that with Stephen A. Smith, man. They probably gonna beg for Skip Bayless back, because remember they threw Skip Bayless in his own corner. They was like, "You've been too bad. We got to put you in your own corner." Like Napoleon. They treated him like Napoleon.
You know something, Johnny? The same motherfuckers that say they don't care about no longevity is the same niggas that'll get up there and call Tom Brady the GOAT. Fuck out of here, man.
I don't even want to touch that bacon because I don't eat pork. Let's let Dr. Enki in right quick. Doctor, what you got for us before we get up out of here? Any last words, brother?
I just want to say, Bronny is about to get 2 rings with the Lakers, and then when Bronny get this jewelry, you know, it's gonna be crazy because people like Charles Barkley gonna have to. You know, it's going to get real crazy when them conversations running like Bronny is unqualified, but he getting ready to have more championships than Charles Barkley. So I just think that the game going to change real quick. The game's going to change.
That is gangster. I don't know what to say about y'all. Listen, man, I'm so glad that y'all found GOAT James Kingdom, man. So, Erky, what you got for us before we get up out of here, brother?
Oh, yeah, man.
Peter left. Peter was supposed to get his last words here. Shout out to Peter, man. I'll see you tomorrow, Peter. But go ahead, Erky.
Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to Ajani and GJK, man. I just come up here. I just want to I got the same amount of rings as Charles Barkley. and I'm sitting down on my couch right now. So that should tell you everything since y'all would be wanting to talk about winning. But yeah, shout out to you, man. LeBron the GOAT, and the 90s was trash and they was all crackheads. I'm gone, dog.
Peace and blessings, man. I appreciate you, man. All right, Ishmael, you got the last word. I was gonna let Peter get his last word in, but he disappeared, man, because he went to go.
I can see it.
He went to go agree with Wally over here. He went to go hang out with all the old heads, man. Like I said, at the what's called the Mad Dog 2020 YouTube sites. That's what they are. That's hilarious. But go ahead, Ishmael. Your last words, brother,
like I said, I don't really care too much of the drama of the NBA talks and whatnot, but like we pretending like Bron doesn't get a lot of hate and slander or agendas pushed on him. What Stephen A. Smith did was out of pocket and unprofessional. He tried to use Bronny as a way to make it seem like he's a victim, like he's put in a predicament to be forced into embarrassing situations. And LeBron, it made it seem like LeBron is just not a good father and he needs some type of advice. No, bro, like that's not, you don't say stuff like that. You don't. And so like we need to quit it and say like, well, other players get criticized. Why can't we? No, because LeBron gets put a lot of agendas on him. He's a target for it. And it's that way for reasons because, a lot of these people really don't like basketball and LeBron's a GOAT. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got you. I feel you on that, man. Shout out to all you guys, man. First of all, shout out to all my GOAT James Kingdom members that showed up. Shout out to Pee Wee Herman. Shout out to Herm. Shout out to Twin Man. Shout out to you, Ishmael. Shout out to you, Travis. Again, thank you guys for supporting what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom, man. If I missed out any GOAT James Kingdom member, I apologize. But thank you guys for showing up, supporting what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. I'm going to let you gentlemen go one by one here as you guys have been all great. Thank you, Dr. Enki. Thank you, Erky, man. Thank you, Olo. You guys have been great. Thanks for watching me on a Friday night. You guys know what I do, man. Again, this is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. I do this every Friday night right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform, where I am also live with the FYF Sports Debate. I'm Ajani the Exposer. My job is to expose stuff that y'all readily understand about the game of basketball. And I've been doing this now for a couple of years, and I've been having fun doing it. And I really appreciate all you guys who support what we do. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are GOAT James Kingdom, though. And every Sunday, we go live. This is the main show. This is the premiere show that we do every Sunday right here on the GOAT James Kingdom, noon Eastern time. We are the best at it. We do the Lord's work, and we talk the game of basketball. If you like what we do here, don't be afraid to become a member of the channel. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, comment, do all of that. Again, becoming a GOAT James Kingdom member only costs you $4.99 a month. You become a GOAT James Kingdom member, you have access to exclusive content, you get shout out to, on shows, you get instant access to be one of the first people to step up and speak on any panel, on any show. You also have exclusive content sent out to you. There are other perks and other tiers as well if you want to step up and upgrade to continue to help support what we do. Well, like I said, we do all this great stuff where we make these videos, we make the graphs. We are also on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. On Facebook, we have over 100,000, I think now it's 114,000 members in our Facebook group. We're growing all over the place. We're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Discord. We're officially on Playback, where we're going to be watching GOAT James Kingdom games. So become a member of our Playback channel, because we're going to have great games there as well. Again, we're going to continue to grow the content because this is what we want to do. We want to talk the game of basketball because it's needed. Obviously, you can see nobody talks the game like us. Nobody wants to do what GOAT James Kingdom do, and we're going to continue to do it.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we not only talk the game of basketball, we actually watch it. And by becoming a member of GOAT James Kingdom, you'll have access to watch the games with us right here on Playback TV/GOAT James Kingdom. All GOAT James Kingdom members will have access to watch the games with us, especially when the Los Angeles Lakers face anyone in the NBA. Also, we'll be going live with other games and other streams regarding the basketball. If you like the content here in GOAT James Kingdom, please hit that like button, comment, become a subscriber to the channel, and also don't forget to become a member of GOAT James Kingdom.
So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end tonight's show. It was a great show. Shout out to Lamont for allowing me to be on this platform and allowing us to do what we do on GOAT James Kingdom on FYF Sports Debate. Again, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm Ajani the Exposer.
You have now been exposed by the Exposer.
And with that said, I'll leave you with the idea of, again, we're not ending this truce. It's not over. We're going to continue to show you why LeBron James is the GOAT of basketball. Stephen A. Smith, Charles Barkley, all of you Zesty Jeffries, y'all can just eat crow because y'all been talking too much crap for too long. And here in GOAT James Kingdom, we're no longer going to accept it.
You good, bro? What's good, bro? What's good, bro? What's good, bro? What's up? What's up? What's good? You want this shit? What's up on me, boy? Keep sleeping on me, boy. Keep sleeping on me.
If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy BB and Ajani talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern Time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.
I feel like stopping a nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like stopping a nigga today. Oh, oh. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Oh, oh. These motherfuckers on the road, where the hell they learn to drive? Jive turkeys at my job, about to get a cool cold